Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by four Foul supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Well, I mean, you guys are hearing it, and my stories are for you guys, you know. But point is, I had to tell you, like,
hold on. Good evening, chat.
Evening.
Next time, if you see the waiting student screen and you don't hear our beautiful voices, let us know. We just did the whole last 10 minutes talking to y'all, but apparently we didn't have no audio. Fix that right in time. So let's go in. Angel, I know you talked a little bit more, but I just want to you gotta share that story with
all right. It's not gonna come out. It's not gonna come out the same, you know.
I know.
No, it's not gonna come out the same. Point is, I had a game last night, Monday night. You know how it is, right? Nowadays, you're playing with random ass people. You just meet them with her. Especially out here, I don't even know a lot of people, so I just go wherever they take me. Right, the people that I know from me, like some of the parents from me, like team. So where they take me, I just go play. Right, I just go play right now on Mondays. And then game finished, everything, you know, Eli and I changing. He like came, you know, taking off his shoes, and I'm looking down, taking out his shoes, and then one of my teammates was walking by. I didn't realize that he was wearing a LAFC shirt, right? So Eli, obviously, because I'm looking down, Eli's looking up, and he like sees his shirt walking by, and he's like, "Get that shirt out of here!" And I looked at him like, "This motherfucker said, get that shit out of here!" And then I look, and then I realized that the guy's wearing an LAFC shirt. And then I'm like, oh, Eli told him get that shirt out of here. But I thought this motherfucker said, get that shit out of here. But, you know, the dude starts laughing. He's like, why? Like, you know, we're the best. And he's like, no, you guys are whack. You know, he's just talking all this bunch of smack, right? Mind you, Eli's never met this guy. Never talked to this dude. Like, Eli was just playing soccer in the field right next to me the whole time. He didn't even know he was on my team. He saw some guy walk by with a t-shirt and told him, get that shit out of here, you know? And point is, nothing else happened. Guy says, all right, peace, you know, whatever. He keeps walking. So I had to have a conversation with Eli. I'm like, yo, you can't just go and snap on people like that you don't know, you know, especially an adult, you know, or shit, realistically, even maybe like a older kid, you know, let's say 12, 13, 14, that motherfucker's gonna whoop you up. You whoop your ass, you know. you don't know this, right? Like, he's not prepared for this madre yet, you know what I mean? Obviously I've trained him right. I've groomed him well, but now I gotta teach him. Like, yo, there's a time and place for that. You know, you gotta understand when it's okay. You know, in his mind, yo, my dad's here. I'm gonna talk shit. You know, so I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
That's exactly that's what I was trying to get at, right? Like, it's not like you taught him that. That's just his instinct. Fucking
yeah.
He's like, he saw that, he's just gonna word barf and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. I know I won't say it in front of him, but I love it. You know what I mean? I love it.
So let me tell you the ending part, though. So Eli and I walked to the car, and this part I didn't tell you. So we need to get to it. So we walked to the car. I opened the trunk of the car, you know, my car, and I put my stuff in, and the guy's coming by in his car. And then the dude comes by in his truck, and he pulls out another lift. She's in the car, and he was like this, like, hey, like this to Eli, you know, like hanging up the shirt, and he like does this, like that, bro. And I didn't realize what was happening, and the dude just starts cracking up, right? And I turned and I asked him, what did he do? And he's like, oh, he went like this to me. So. Oh, I think he used his pinky, whatever. But point is, the intention is this. Yeah. I'm like, dog. You're like, I just tell you, we just had a conversation about this. He clearly didn't give a shit. But then I had to have another conversation in the car, like, dog, chill the fuck out. You know, you're not ready for that yet. You're not ready.
Look who's talking. Look, it's gonna come
That's
back
different.
to that.
I mean, listen.
I
can handle a rock in the back, you know. I can handle Houston. I can handle shit like that.
Well, I fuck with Alvaro's fucking energy there, right? He said, I once tripped a kid with the love dress he had in my nephew's party. I mean, yeah, that's the kind of shit I can't hate on, you know what I mean? Like, whoops, you know? Yo, before we get going, I want to give a big shout out to our pod BFFs with the Neck Boys. They hit 100K subscribers. Yo, big shout out to them. That's fucking milestone. So, if you haven't,
dog,
make sure
you know they pay for the bots. Shut your ass up. You know they pay for that shit. Brian, he had no life. I think he barely got a girlfriend. He had no life for like 10 years. So he has like 100 different email addresses. That's just one himself. Chewy's on the same boat. right? He stays beating his knee left and right. He doesn't nothing else.
Jesus.
So come on. You know these motherfuckers ain't doing shit.
Jesus Christ, man.
Fuck them.
If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all hit them with a subscription. Hit them with a subscribe. Follow them through. They're our boys, and they just got that master. So big shout out to them. We love
I
y'all.
just got beef with
Congrats.
Chewy. That's all, dog. Told me I want chicharito. Fuck yeah.
You say
Yeah,
you're
shout
in
out to them though,
high
for real though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a big milestone.
yeah.
So
That's
big shout out to
those are the
them.
homies right there, for real.
Let's talk some G's, right?
Oi,
Let's talk,
I'm
we got
not
a
ready
lot-
for that conversation.
We have to, yo. We got a lot to talk about. We got a whole lot to talk about, yo.
Listen, I fucked up all my beer this weekend. All of it. I had 30 packs all gone. Or over the
Word,
weekend.
you don't even drink like that.
I don't, but that's what I'm telling you. I was fucking hammered. Like I felt coming up the stairs, bro. Like my back
Oh,
started,
hell
my neck
yeah.
started. You know. But point is,
Oh,
if I could
shit.
right now, I'd be fucking shit up because right before the pod, because obviously I didn't join the last pod, but you guys remember this? I was on some Rudy shit. I said we were winning I said we were winning against San Jose and we were
Yeah.
tying LAFC.
Yeah.
Got it the other way around, but the point is, I was some Kool-Aid shit. So I'm just saying, I don't know.
All right, we're gonna get to all that. Before we get to all that, we've been playing with Leardom as a center back.
Top tier. I remember telling Angel this.
Hey, listen, we'll get to that. That's not even what I want to talk about just yet, right? We've been playing Leardom at center back because obviously we know Cáceres had gone down with an injury. Samaleta is with El Salvador, but I think he went down with an injury.
He
too,
got
right?
hurt, bro. Game
I
the
seen
second
him
game.
Yeah, I seen him getting carried
Didn't
out.
play in the third game.
And then we let go of
played
Koulibaly.
better.
Not that was, like a relief that he was there somewhere.
Koulibaly.
What is that? Say it wrong? Koulibaly. If I didn't say it right.
I just want you to emphasize the Kula, dog. That's all.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what we're doing. That's right.
Yeah.
Just gonna be on my head for that one.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
But we let go of Koulibaly. Now again, Angel, I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk shit because I know you're dying to express how much a fan you are of him. But like, we didn't have no center backs when we let go of a center back. Like, none of y'all find that a little crazy?
He's been hurt. He hasn't been available.
That's
I'm
fair.
fairly certain. Whatever the reason we let him go, I am. Obviously, we don't have the connects like we used to, so it's not like I can hit people up. Hey, what's really going on, right? But if I had money to bet and spend for fun to fuck around, I would bet money this motherfucker's on some injury that he's just done. He can't play for us right now because he played a game, came in, he got subbed out right away or something. I can't whatever happened, but his hamstrings, if I recall correctly, he was having hamstring issues. I think he might just have some soft tissue injuries that he just can't recover from. And we probably just like, you know what, it's not worth it. We've had him for a year and a half or two now, and there's been inconsistencies with him. Not only, listen, you guys know, it's not a secret. I've never been a fan. I think he's probably been our worst defender, center back since I don't know what's his name, Lopez, the one that Anna was homie with, and and the other one with the
We've
McLaren.
had some motherfuckers,
you know,
we have
like some
Steres,
guys, some
you know what I mean?
white
We've
guys,
had some
you know.
motherfuckers.
But see, but even with Steres and Romney, for as much as I didn't like those guys, at the end of the day, we weren't spending the stupid amount of money they were paying for some of these players,
Yeah.
right? And that's my
Totally.
beef. So listen, yeah, Shelvick, you know, all that shit, right? All those, you got it, right? That's the point.
Yeah.
But then this motherfucker is hurt. So it's not like he can't even show up to play. He's just hurt. So I think he just got to the point where Vanny's like, yo, I'm going to eat it. I fucked up. I'm just going to cut ties right now. If I see a way out, and listen, that's me, my guess. And it might not even be, it might not have been Vanny. It might have been Kuntz saying, yo, we're going to cut this dude. And whoever's decision that was, I'm going to give him their props for it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason it was, I don't know. I'm gonna be nice and say it's not because they thought he was bad or good. It's just gonna be because he's just injured and he's not available for us. It's not worth it right now to have him for whatever salary he was on. He's just not available. Plus, he's not even gonna be a starter. And that salary, you weren't expecting Zabaleta to be out, right? You know, Jalen Neal is out for international duty, and you have Mavinga,
Balling too.
right? So that's what I'm getting at, right? That's my whole whole point. So I'm happy he's gone. Apart from the fact that he's ass.
We waived him, and we're still in the same situation we were with him on the team, right? Like he's not available. We're still missing center back. Question: do you guys think that like he was waived knowing that we were gonna get Tony Alfaro, which we got today, or at least it was announced today from.
I'm gonna say yes, man, because I mean, what
Yeah. Or you knew you were gonna get somebody. Maybe not.
we're gonna get
this guy,
somebody,
but-
maybe not him, but we have to get somebody, and
No,
that's
we
why
knew we
you
were
cut him,
gonna-
because you need the money, you need the international slot. You have to get somebody because Caceres is out. They put Caceres on the season-ending injury also,
No.
right? I read that earlier today
Not
that they
season,
did.
Not season ending. It's just.
I
the
thought they
injury.
did.
It's just an injury.
Oh,
list.
just injuring? Oh shit. Okay, there you go. Well, regardless, point is, Koulibaly, the money that's where you're gonna get. That's where that applies, right? If I'm not mistaken. Now, Masa, you know the rules better than I do, but from what I understand, Koulibaly, if I recall this correctly, was international, making some
Yeah.
fat ass money.
No, he had a green card.
He has a green
got a
card
green
already.
card.
He ended up
this year.
getting a green card.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Tony Alfaro is American, right? Like he's not required.
I thought he was Mexican.
I'm
I think he was
I'm
born in
asking.
Mexico.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know
He does
if he
require
has a green card or
green
not.
card or not.
Because he did college here. He played. the
Oh,
Minnesota
okay.
Selection.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Masa, you know anything about this center back? Are we liking him? Are we not excited about him? Is he an answer for us?
To me,
Or
it's
Angel too, if
that
you guys
piece.
know, well, I don't know about.
And to me, it's just a dead piece. To be honest, just another body.
Yeah.
We have another tournament coming up soon, and we need bodies.
Yeah.
If you're asking me who I want to compare him to, and I don't like talking bad about players because I like to give them their fair chance. But to me, this is another Zabaleta signing. I'll put him at that level, and not
Yeah.
even like the good Zabaleta, dog. Like when he plays with La Selecta, this is just like
Galaxy
Club
Sabaleta?
level.
This is Galaxy
Zabaleta.
Sabaleta. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted to hear. I was hoping like a little bit. Is he like a he's not a starter at a
Nah.
PSG, right? That's what
No, that I do know. Yeah.
That's what
Maybe
we got?
at the beginning of the year because they lost their 2 CBs after they won the title, but I don't think he was a starter though. I could be wrong though. I didn't watch enough. It's hard for me to watch New York City FC games because they play on a fucking baseball field.
Yeah, that shit's whack, bro.
That
I've
shit's
tried
suck.
some of the games and it's just
Like I like
fuck
watching
them.
MLS, but like if New York
Se
City's
pasan.
playing at home, oh bro, no, I'm not watching that shit.
What we got a body, and I think that's important because again, Lord Leardom has been covering for us and doing a hell of a job. Shit, right?
Yes, sir.
that's crazy because I'm not a fan of him at that right back, left back spot. He's just not it, but right now he's doing well. To me, I think he's been the better of the two, hands down.
Oh man,
Masa,
let's get-
and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a bit. Yeah, because I mean,
Jesus.
Masa, he knows how hot I was on San Jose game with a certain player
And
in the
it's
back,
crazy because
and it's not Leardom, you know. So
I told
fuck, you know.
I told Angel right because we watched it together. I was at Angel's house, and I told Angel, and he could vouch. I quote myself, dog. I was like, I'm excited to see Leardom at CB, and he's like, he looked at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not even
And
gonna
I
lie,
was like,
bro.
dog,
Yeah,
he
shit.
plays RB, LB, and he's played CDM for national team for Suriname. I'm like, I'm pretty sure now that he doesn't have the legs to like go up and down at CB, he could probably do a decent job. And this fool just looked at me like I was fucking crazy.
And I
I
would
stand
do
by
the
it,
same
bro. I
way. I'm not
I
even gonna
thought
lie.
you were insane, dog. Es que vos no sabes nada de fútbol, loco, por eso.
That's true.
That's
true.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's when somebody does one great, one fucking horrible. And I'm tired of that shit. Any other news? I feel like I'm missing something here. Bowie and shit, and we don't need to have prep. So let's move on. Boys, we are 6 games undefeated post.
Unbeaten, not undefeated.
I think it's 7, no?
Oh, unbeaten.
it's
unbeaten.
7. It's 7 now.
Sorry.
Yeah,
7
as
unbeaten.
of Saturday.
And back
7
to back,
unbeaten. Back to back.
Alright.
Should have been 3 in a row, but you know.
Yeah.
And not even like we're not playing like the last 2 dubs are the 2 finalists of last year's MLS Cup.
Mhm.
Like that's insane to me.
Is it? Is it typical?
Yeah,
Galaxy
bro.
Shit,
we got 6 points.
though? Well, it's
both
typical
those
Galaxy
teams.
shit, though, right? Like this is typical Galaxy shit. Not even gonna fucking lie. Listen, I just remember last year, man. It's starting to get warmed up. It's summertime, and this is about the same time last year when shit started moving for us, man. Here, let's talk about this game because I want to talk. I want to get through the games and then
Get
talk about
San
where
Jose?
we at and yeah. So let's start there. Let's start at San Jose. Let's start with line San Jose, right? We come on with Bond, Edwards left back, Mavinga center back, Leardom is center back, Caligari right back, Puig, Brugman, Delgado in the midfield with Boyd, Costa, and Judd. I ain't gonna lie. Defense via Mavinga and Leardom scary, but the rest of it, I don't mind. Like at all.
Yeah.
Right? Especially because like for what it's worth, like at least Costa's playing now, right? And we'll talk about him because I think he's been important in the last 5 games. And Boyd figures shit out, right? Like, I don't mind this. Judd is actually my preferred fucking striker too. So I look at this formation. Yeah, I wasn't pessimistic. I wasn't optimistic like Angel was in this game. I thought we were gonna lose. But that lineup wasn't bad. Give me thoughts.
Nah, I mean, I was still nervous because I thought we were losing. But when I saw a lineup, I was like, yeah, this is what I would put out. I would start Judd over Jove at the moment, and that's what we have. Like, what are we gonna complain about? Like, that's what we have to play with. And I thought the lineup was spot on.
Yeah. Again, Andrew, thoughts before
I'm with Masa. Listen, I said what I said 2 weeks ago. That's just because I couldn't, man. We're all on some negativity shit, and I rightfully so. I didn't expect to win either of the 2 games or tie. I expected losses, both of them. You know, I had to throw some positivity, you know, in the world, you know, and that's the only reason I did it. Not because I thought we were going to go to San Jose and get a good result, or you know, fast forward what's happened in the last 2 games. But I'm with Masa, man. This is the best possible team you can have. Now, I'm with the fact that Judd and Jovic are now interchangeable. I get that they're a little bit different in the way that they attack, absolutely, but they both haven't been as effective. Sure, Judd scored the goal. No,
I think more effective than
not the last 2 games. Not the last 2 games.
But look, he has scored. Yes, it's Boyd with 4 goals. It's Puig with 3 goals. It's Judd with 3 goals.
All right, that's fine. I'm just saying. To me, they're interchangeable right now. You know, they've had their looks. Sure, he hasn't been for 2-3 goals. I'm still not a fan of his style right now. Me personally. But realistically, I think none of the 2 are right now being as effective as they should be. It's not that I'm not a fan of Judd. I like Judd. I don't want him to go anywhere. I want to be clear on that. I just right now, to me, both of them are not scoring as much as they should be based on the looks that they've gotten. That's all it is. Both of them evenly. That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't want him to be like, oh, he doesn't like Judd. But point is, I'm with Masa. At this point, I'm with Judd or Jovic. I don't care which one's starting. It doesn't make a difference for me personally.
He had a chance to prove you wrong this game, right? Or at least kind of convinced you a little bit more. Because the Galaxy, I keep forgetting that we tied this game.
2-2.
I keep forgetting we tied this game because I felt like this game was a game we should have won, right? If it wasn't for some mistakes. Right?
We got robbed.
Forced. Yeah. I actually feel that way. I actually feel that way. But
we got robbed too, but still, those 2 goals were on us. Well, our people, Mavinga, Malapela. Yeah. But that's a different story.
Let's get to our first goal, right? Because we end up scoring first here. Big fucking surprise because we never do that shit, right? We usually get scored on first, but our boy, you know, my boy DC, dog. You know what I mean? My boy Douglas Costa, dog. Nah, fuck that guy. Really, really though. Fuck that guy. Puts in a stupid ass cross, bro. I mean, I'm a believer that if Lear doesn't touch it, that's an Olympico. Because that shit had whip, it had pace style, and it was bending in. I mean, yeah, shout out to Edwards because he gets a touch on that, but medio gol, you know what I mean? That's gol servido.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely, yeah.
And we go up. You guys think we're deserving up to that point? You think we deserve to be up 1-0 at that point?
I can't say we were deserving, but I can't say we were not deserving either.
Yeah.
I think
it was like a 50-50 game, if anything, and just a set piece put us up. That's all.
Which is crazy because a fucking set piece, dog. What the fuck?
Like, man.
I mean, we don't score set pieces. That's the whole point. Like, we don't really go score much off of set pieces.
funny, right? Because like after he whipped that one in and ever gets there, like I think the one prior to that too, like he had done similar, it was really close. Like after that, like every corner seemed like it was dangerous. Because he's putting it in that area and he's putting it like with a lot of pace, so like any redirection gets in there, right? So like I hear you, we haven't scored a lot, but this motherfucker's he's giving us looks now when it comes to fucking
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
because right, I mean he had the other one too. Who was it against that he from across, right? That he kind of shit on the whole defense, put it on Cáceres' head and shit. Oh, on the home draw, right? Like we're getting looks with him.
Kansas City, no?
Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah, we're getting looks with him on the set pieces, and this is one of them. Capitalized 1-0. We're there, right? Like 1-0, 31st minute. I figured, let's fucking go. We're gonna go into this half with a fucking victory. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or not victory, with a lead. Like, this is what we need. We don't do this enough. This is what we need. Away from them, they have to fucking figure it out. They gotta switch it out. We're good now. We're Gucci. You know what I mean? We're fine. Nope. Nope.
Angel, what I tell you? 40th minute.
Nope.
That's 5 minutes, bro. It doesn't. We knew. It's crazy.
I told this. Hey, we have to go into this half leading. They get scored on right after.
They said, "Fuck you, Mazda."
Man.
True story. That's exactly how that shit went down, bro. I don't know if it was like maybe 30 seconds after cae el pinche gol. Verga.
And it's dumb because I think we got put in pressure right before that, like as the play was coming, right? And then we figured out a way how to get out of or to like stop that. And Learden does like the worst thing possible, dog. Because if he just boots that back out, boots it in the corner, boots it wide, boots it up, further up the field, it's a reset at that point. But he sees Boyd, right? Is Boyd who's there who he intends to give that pass to? But it just never gets to him. Even if he did get to him, put him under pressure. It was just a bad decision. Everything about it was just bad. Touches it in. What is it? A capo to whatever these people's names are. Like I don't know who the fuck they are.
What was Learden?
Yeah, I think so. He tried to play.
I thought it was Mavinga, bro, but I don't remember.
Did I say if I think it was Mavinga?
I'm pretty sure it was Mavinga, bro. Because I remember I was hot.
Yeah,
this game with Mavinga, no. And I don't remember the goals. I don't remember the goals well. Like what I do remember is I was fucking having
it's a pass out. It's Mavinga.
Mavinga, like
I
dog.
Was there. That was Mavinga.
Right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Because I was
if I said Learden, that's on me. I meant
dog. I couldn't. I wanted to snap at somebody at anything. I told myself. We're just cursed with our center backs. Because
listen,
what the fuck,
Neil wouldn't do that shit though. You know what I mean? Like, Neil wouldn't do that. I believe in Neil. That was a bad giveaway, bro. It was just so stupid. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
But it was typical Galaxy shit, and I'm mad as fuck because 1-0 going into half is what we need. We scored first. We scored first 30th minute. We held down 15 minutes, and we go into the first half. It's all perfect game plan. Nope. Just doesn't happen that way. Second half from the jump. Right? Actually here, let me give you thoughts. Let me get thoughts on halftime. Because we got scored on. Right? So it's 1-1 at the half. What's your head's at 1-1?
We're gonna lose.
We're losing.
And let me tell you why. My thing is, you have the LAFC game coming up.
Yeah.
Right. At some point, you have to start thinking about rotating these players.
Yeah. Yep.
And our bench, man. I mean, I will say this: I saw our bench, and I was pleasantly surprised with some of the players that we had in there.
Right.
Because we had some of the kids in there. Perez was there. Aguirre obviously he's been very serviceable. And I can't remember. There was one more. I remember Saldana. I saw in there.
It was Saldana.
Saldana. Okay, and I'm for it, man. Like those three guys, they're kids, and they've shown well.
Yeah.
I was just upset that we didn't see Perez at all. We haven't seen him at all in this last 3 games. I don't get it, but it is what it is. It happens. Cheeky Noogie, he's not going anywhere, so I get it. But that's the one player I'm like, it's just, fuck it. But that's my shit. But that's my thing. I expect these guys to get rotated, and I still, I don't know San Jose that well right now, so I can't tell you. Hey, I expect their depth pieces and their depth players to be on par, subpar, or better with our depth pieces. I can't say that. I can only speak for what I know, right? And if you're telling me, hey, you have a 1-1 game, you're gonna at some point rotate the players, and it's gonna be the kids away from home at Stanford
At
Stadium in
Stanford.
front of 40,000.
Mhm.
It's you're asking them for to do some
Knowing the
crazy shit.
history, knowing the
Yeah,
history of
do some
games in
dope
that
shit.
place and shit.
Now, with those, the only thing that to me is saving grace with those three players that we're talking about, specifically Saldana, Aguirre, and Perez, is that to me those three players they live up for the big games. They're not shy of the big games. They don't. I think we saw Perez earlier in the year in one game, but he came in with like 5-10 minutes left, so I know he didn't show much. I understand that, but if we're talking about this game, if I'm the coach, I'm putting these guys in. Yeah, you have nothing to lose. Go light
Well,
these fools up. Go light these
unfortunately,
motherfuckers up.
shout out to them because they took a trip to San Jose, but they got no minutes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, yeah, of course.
uh,
Well, Aguirre did get to play though, and I thought he did
Aguirre.
fine.
Well, I think Aguirre is a player who's like has his place in the squad. Right? He's definitely a rotation player right
Yeah.
now. So, but you know, I'm with you guys. I felt like we're definitely gonna take an L at Stanford because it's Stanford and because of course you know I mean it's a level game against second half. We're gonna shit it on, but really early on, we get Costa against fucking Costa to Preston this time. I think Preston does like what I like what I need from a striker, right? One touch to get position correctly, and then take the strike. Go second post, put some power in it. Let's go 2-1 early on. I mean, it was George was here, right? Because that's a punch him in the mouth early type of set. Get him right back in the heels. We get the lead back early. Um, Not what I expected. Not what I expected coming in the second half, right? I thought it was gonna be like this slow, methodical thing where we try to break them down and then hopefully get a shot. But we end up doing well. Like we get that goal, and I think
Grande Costa, though.
he's been balling. He's been fuck that guy though, but he's been fucking
Angel
balling.
didn't even watch it. I think he was at the fridge.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
mean, second
yelling
half.
with Eli. I was like, "Golazo!" It's like, what happened? I was like, "Dog, that's
Oh, yeah.
what happened, dog. What the fuck did I just watch?"
Over the top ball, dog. It's dumb. And he has. I mean, he looks for that and knowing what he's trying to do. Like, yeah, it's dumb. Fuck that guy because he could have been doing that shit the whole season, whole last whatever. 2-1, and I think that really like it really punched him in the mouth. But things that was different after that goal, right? Like, they threw numbers at us, but they also allowed us to attack them a little more and shit. Like,
I think the game opened up for sure.
yeah, and I didn't think it was bad. Like I think the Galaxy was up for it. You know what I mean? 63rd minute, we see some changes though. We seen Efra come in for Boyd, and we seen they come in for Edwards. Edwards who had a yellow and then had a crazy ass tackle like right before he got fucking taken off. And I tell you this, right? Like it's crazy because I thought Edwards had a really, really good game. I think defensively he had a really good game, and I think he provided a lot going forward.
I don't know, man. I don't think he had that great of a game, but it is what it is.
We're going to agree on that. But again, but he puts him in a situation like this where Vanny has to take him off, right? Because the next time he pulls a little shirt, the next time he does a little tackle, he was gonna get booked, and that was second booking, so he had to come off. Like that's easy. Like he has to come off again. I thought he had a good game until then, but he does stupid shit like that.
Is that the game where he should have gotten a red card?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking LAFC game.
Okay, cool. All right, for sure.
That one too, though. That one too. That one too. That's another one I'll talk to because I think he had similar to this one. I thought he had a good game, and then he does stupid shit. He has to take off.
Yeah, and he's just a terrible defender, bro. He can't defend. He can't defend. I've watched the way he backtracks. He doesn't track like a defender. He literally, if I could, he literally runs backwards like this sometimes, or like this. Or if he's supposedly backtracking, as he's supposed to do at a 45-degree angle, he's flat-footed. So by the time he wants to react, because he's not at an angle to follow the run with the player, he gets caught all the time. So he reverts to fucking tackling, to fucking choke slamming, to suplexing, whatever he's got to do to stop the player.
No, I agree.
And
I think he's caught up position, but he knows how to defend. He just doesn't know how to position himself. Right?
No, I don't think he defends well.
I think in front of him, again. No, you know what? I know backtrack too because I said he defends well. I think he's had a couple good games where he's defended well. Not that I think he defends well, period, in general. Either way, him and him and Boyd come off for Efra. Now they Efra goes into the mid, which no, actually he goes out wide, but
He's drifted into
tucks
the middle of that.
yeah, he
Yep.
tucks in. And I'll be fair to him, I thought he had good touches, right? Like
He was fine.
He put in
Yeah.
a crazy ass ball, I think.
the
Yep.
one that with the one touch, just kind of
Yeah.
like let it hit at the top side of his foot and just drop back for fucking was it? I think it was Jovic at that point, or one of the boys like
It was
That was-
somebody in the left flank, whoever was on the left flank. But
that
yeah,
was
I
a
know
dumb
exactly
touch
what
though.
you're
That
talking
touch was dumb. Like I seen it, like, it should have been better. Either way, I thought effort he did well. He gave us as much as I expected as he could give us on a good day, and that was that. Alder, on the other hand, man, I don't think Alder's a substitute player. I don't think if this kid takes a while for him to get into the game, and when he comes in as a substitute player and
Big
and
time.
the game is moving,
I agree.
like, I don't think this kid can.
I
he
think
can't
it
get
was a
up.
tough game to come into too, though.
No,
Because
but
this game was the Christian Espinosa
Yeah.
show, bro.
no, I agree, right? But I believe that to be every single time we see him come in as substitute. For Alder.
Yeah.
And this game was
Well, I
even
mean, he
worse,
hasn't
right?
been good. I think maybe his first two games were okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a slight decrease. Oh, a slight decrease
Decline.
each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, decline each time. So
And
it's
even more
not
so every time
looking good.
he's a substitute. Like I think he looks worse every time he becomes a
Mhm.
substitute. And this game was no different. I think he struggled, especially because as I said, Espinosa was
And that's a
causing
great
fucking
point
havoc.
Shit.
because I know he got some shit for the LAFC game, and we'll, might as well just cover it now. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
He's come in the positions in the times you're having this guy come in, your left back, to get up to rhythm where with that those two games were the intensity of those games were being played at a rivalry game. It's not easy to get up to that point. Who's at fault for that is Edwards. He should have never put himself in those situations to make Vanny have to make that substitution.
I agree.
That it's dumb. So I'm not gonna give Alde any knock for it. If we're seeing that this is his weakness where he struggles, Vanny has to reassess this moving forward. Is this something I should be
big time.
doing?
But, well, not only that, like is with him, right? Because he's not performing when he's starting. Like because we saw him, we have flaws when he's starting, and he's not even serviceable when he's being a sub because he takes so long for him to get back to game speed. You know what I mean? And I get it, like that. This is another Vanny's guy, but like if this foot can't figure it
I
out,
still don't think Edwards is that much better though.
no, I
And I
agree.
still think Edwards more, and I think Edwards more of a liability than nowadays.
I don't know about that. Like Alder's been pretty bad.
I do.
Like I was getting cooked, son. I was getting cooked. Like by
Edwards
easy,
should have gotten a red card.
okay,
the last game, and
Alder's getting cooked by fucking
he's-
simple cutbacks. Fool. Like he's going the other way every single time. Alder's really
Edwards
bad
getting
out here.
cooked by everything.
Nah.
All right.
Nah. I'll take Edwards win over Alder. Straight up. At least the way what he's been showing to us coming in and stuff.
I just
I
think
will
we focus on the good moments that he has, that we forget all the bad shit that Edwards does every single game
I think Alder's have more
in the
bad.
attack. Defending
have more
wise,
bad.
he's not good. I don't think so. I still don't.
Disagree there.
Démonos verga.
You could disagree there. Jovic comes in for Judd. Man, Jovic is
I'm not Salado.
Not only Salado, but he doesn't have the same energy he's had in other years. Like he's not driving as much as I remember him driving, or maybe I'm thinking he's a different player. But like I really don't see like I see less of what Preston is giving us, and I remember him having.
Do you think
more
he's
of
trying to do too much? Like he has it in his head, like I need to score, instead of just keeping it simple and being Joe.
that? Maybe.
Like, I
don't know,
think he's in
but
his head
not the
right now,
same
bro,
guy. He's
personally.
not the same guy. Like he's not. Again, even as substitute, and maybe it's because he's coming in for Preston and not for Cheech when he's coming in as sub, and that has to be like a morale fucking hit, right? But he's not. I don't see him performing right now the way I expected him to, especially now that Cheech is done.
That sucks because you would think that would motivate him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's his spot.
Like,
right
ain't
now,
no
right?
fucking way that this motherfucker from the academy is gonna fucking take my spot.
I will
But-
say this though about both Judd and Jove. I think that with both of them in the team since Chicharito's been gone, I don't know if this is a success. I'm not gonna say this is the reason why we've been on a 7-game unbeaten streak, or 7-game unbeaten streak. But our attack is more fluid
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
good. That's why I like Judd
with both
too.
of them.
But
With both of them.
But you know what? In my opinion, the difference is Judd really fucking understands when his run needs to be wide or hold it and then go wide to advance the play, right? Which I really like because what I don't
I don't
see
watch
from
that. I don't watch him. I don't really see him go wide that much. I see him go more direct.
no, oh yeah, I mean
No, he
if
goes.
it's
He
available there,
drifts though,
he wants to
but
go
he
straight,
does
he wants to go
drift
direct.
wide.
But if it's not there, like he's smart enough. Like I seen him catch his run, wait for it, and then like make that hard run wide to stay on side. Actually, I think a goal comes off of that, right? Like he ends up being wide in one of the places. I can't remember what call goes, but like he does this thing where we like Jovic on the other hand, kind of like when he's not in a position, he'll hold back or like try to be a lateral pass instead of making that run. And I think a lot of times you see Pooch not pass to him because of that, because he's too here when he wants him to make a move forward. Just the way I've seen it so far. Again, not enough for me in this game. And not enough for me in this game. Here comes in from Delgado. I think his fitness things. I'm trying to recall a second goal. How does second goal come for San Jose?
No one closes. Mavinga does not close down Christian Espinosa and lets him shoot at top of the box.
Is this the one that people were trying to cook Job for trying to take on the play on one inside the San Jose box?
Yes.
Or just outside the box, but
Yes.
towards the end line?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
something
man.
about that shit, bro. I've been on here a lot, and you guys know me. I'm a big proponent of the root cause of a problem, right? Sometimes not even the last player involved in the play, it starts somewhere else. But when the striker's trying to take on a defender in an attacking, like in a dangerous position on the attacking third, right outside the box or inside the box, wherever that was, he didn't win the duel.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. That most forwards probably lose more duels than they win the duels.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We don't know what we want, fool.
He lost it. He's not in a position to defend. So I can't say, well, track back to defend. It went the length of the pitch. There were multiple opportunities for players to close that shit down.
No, damn.
And no one even stepped up for the shot.
Yep.
I remember I snapped on Mavinga again. 2 times in this game. Twice.
And my problem with like that take is also like if Jove doesn't take somebody on and he passes back, now we're complaining that he's not.
That he doesn't take the fucking
Like,
why he let the team
all day every day.
settle.
Mm-hmm. All day
So,
every
like,
day. Forward. Take it. Yes.
So like
I'm never gonna be mad. Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit. You're right. But it's a bad goal to give away, especially because we had done enough to get this done. But we move, and then we get a penalty. We have a penalty.
Aguirre gets rocked.
So Aguirre literally, Aguirre takes one touch, and then gets contact from behind, and the other guy just fucking swipes him completely. Full contact, visible.
That's the one where the San Jose player literally just throws his whole body at a player, right?
Aguirre, yeah. It's
Aguirre, yeah. His whole body at it. Like he launches himself, right? Yeah, that's a fucking foul, bro.
The whole thing to me, like that touch too, like is taking him towards the goal, like inside while the defender's going away. So if he doesn't get no contact there, good possibility of him touching it. Like there's so much there, and it's a clean penalty in my opinion. And then it gets called back. It goes to VAR.
Insane.
I didn't even think it was gonna go to VAR. Right, and yes, I'm fucking biased because it's LA Galaxy podcast, and I'm an LA Galaxy fan. But like,
hey, we've been fucked like this a lot of times though on VAR.
On some sports
like,
shit though, like that's a penalty, guy. That is so. Masa's talked about it. We got robbed. I agree. I don't like bitching about shit like that, but like
that was a pen.
That's a
not only
pen.
was it a pen, you went to VAR, and let's say that you're confused about whether it's a pen or not. It's not clear and obvious that it wasn't a pen, so you can't overturn it now because the call on the field should
was
stand.
Penalty. Yeah,
Mhm.
And you called it back, and then 10 minutes later, whatever fucking long, this fucking fool fucking slide tackles Douglas Costa's back of the calf.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
Studs up, and then you fucking go to VAR and you say it's not a red.
that's insane.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that
It was
bullshit.
reckless.
So let me ask you guys something. Rudy, you're absolutely right. If Costa falls and he drops and goes, you know, all that exaggerated shit, do you think we get the call?
Yeah.
Masa, do you think we get the call?
If what? If he doesn't exaggerate,
sell-
No,
he
if he
sells it.
does exaggerate, if he sells, I got clip on my calf,
bro, there
studs
was
up.
nothing. There was nothing to sell. Like that
I
shit
get it.
hurt.
But he didn't.
I-
He didn't follow. He kept going.
No, he stopped.
Nah, he fell.
Yeah,
He
He
fell?
fell.
But it
Yeah,
wasn't
I remember
dramatic
falling.
though. But it wasn't dramatic though. No,
But
I mean
still,
he is taking out. Like,
regardless,
yeah,
All right, but regardless, you think if he sells it a bit more, if he fucking Emmys that shit,
Yeah.
SPs that shit, all
Yeah.
types of E's in the shit.
Get him out. Get him out.
You know what?
Grammys,
You know
Emmys.
what? It doesn't matter, baby, because we live in a time of VAR. And if they told the fucking ref to go look at it, that's because the video assistant review thought, hey man, that's a
There's
fucking
something
red
here.
card. Yeah. Why else would you go watch it?
Because ultimately, this is the ref's decision, right?
Yeah.
So then you're implying that in the penalty, VAR thought, hey, that's not a penalty.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Damn, that's
but he went to watch it. But even in the replay, like I had my doubts, like, oh, maybe it's not, maybe it is. But then you stick to the call on the field because it's not clear enough. I wasn't sure. Like I saw the replay, like at the time, I saw the replay multiple times, and I was like, okay, but the defender gets something on the ball. But then, like I watched I forgot what the fuck it's called. They break it down after the games. They post it up, and they review like questionable calls, and it was on there. And the way they explained it was why it is a penalty, and then the way Angel explained it right now, it's like, okay, so it is a penalty. But at the time that I saw it, I was like, I wasn't sure. I had my doubts. But at that point, you stick to the fucking call on the field because you have, like, I had doubts. But the original call was a penalty. So you stick to what was originally called. That's the point of VAR.
Yeah.
And if you're not sure, then you stick to the call. Like, how the fuck is that not a penalty?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I think
Well, it is what it is. We done.
Those two decisions, like,
yep.
Those two decisions give us a scapegoat, though, right? Like, because we should have won it, yada yada yada. And some of it is fair because I think they did well this game. They had mistakes. We had mistakes, but I thought we did better. And we get at it. We got a Stafford with a 2-2 draw. Man, if we're any better on the standings, that would not be a bad result. But because our standings are shit right now, doesn't do much for us, right? Up to here, 2-2 away, 2-2 away, San Jose. Move on. That leads us into the Rose Bowl game. Just fucking 4 days later, 3 days later, whatever it was.
2 days.
No,
3.
Three.
It was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
and Tuesday.
Yeah,
Right?
3 days later.
Let's go with lineups. We go with Bond, Caligari, Leardom, Mavinga, Network, same backline. Delgado, Brugman, Pooch, same midfield. Boyd, Judd, and Costa, same attacking three. Yeah, you don't have to move it, right? Like they seem like there was some chemistry there with the team that he put out of San Jose, and you're going to get a big game against LAFC. So I think they're right. Give me thoughts. By the way, anybody make it to the game?
No, I regret it.
Me too. It's funny as shit, right? Because I don't regret. I didn't go because I don't like the Rose Bowl. I love the Rose Bowl. I have mad memories of the Rose Bowl. I don't enjoy going to Rose Bowl as an adult. When I'm the one that needs to drive in or drive out, I just don't enjoy it. You know what I mean, I'm not. But then I saw the fucking. I saw the stands. Oh, they look great. They look amazing. Then that point, I was like,
shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
That went. That put in work in the stands.
Yeah.
To the regulars, to every Galaxy fan that showed up to the Rose Bowl.
All you motherfuckers did 8 hours in the sun. You know what I mean? All you guys put a shift in the sun to be there early and get in there.
I love y'all.
The whole night, man.
Y'all look beautiful.
Yup. Yeah, man. Repost all them pictures because y'all look amazing. Y'all look great. So let's talk about this game.
Let's do it.
How we feeling, man?
Prior to the game or
as the first half happens, right? Let's get going. I think LFC has like a real fucking early chance. I think it falls to Buanga, who fucking
the volley and
Bond is big, dog.
Prior to that, we could
Didn't Ricky have the first chance though?
Ricky had the first chance though.
Yeah, well,
first
it was
had
Delgado. First it was Delgado who had the shot from outside the box. It just went right over the net, the top part of the net, over
Yeah, and
the
then-
crossbar, just slightly over the crossbar. Actually, that was a pretty good strike from outside the box.
Yeah.
And then a little after that, there was Caligari who put in that whip ball, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
On Ricky.
Ricky,
Listen,
he
the
was
way
the
that
one.
I saw that, Ricky to me tried to touch it, bring it down, and try to do something else. I watched it again. I
That's a
think if he
bad
just,
touch.
I think it's a bad touch, and I think if he doesn't even try to touch it, I think he just tries to redirect it any side. I think it's a goal.
Yeah. Lead until Pooch that. Pooch can do whatever he wants.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna tell him that shit.
He ain't gonna listen. He can do whatever he
Nah,
wants. Bro.
he's
Pooch
not.
is
I'm
magic,
telling
dog.
him, hey, ¿por qué no
Pooch
haces
is-
esto, man? You know?
Nah, Pooch is magic, dog. Like, ridiculous, ridiculous. But I think you're
But
right, though.
in that moment, though, in
Right.
that moment, are you thinking that? In that moment, you're like, bro, pick a fucking side, because
No.
obviously we didn't know what the turnout was gonna be. We didn't know how the game was gonna play out. We didn't know what was gonna happen. We don't know how our looks were gonna be.
Yeah.
That was a
But-
clear look.
I agree. Listen, I 100% agree with you, right? Put it in like you're in front of goal, like don't take the touch. But we seen fucking Pooch do stupid shit, dog. Like yeah. So like I get it. Like he's a fuck up. He should have put it away. Also, though, you want Pooch to be creative as he is, right? Because he's really the one providing it. So I see.
See, but I
both ways.
expect better from him though, right there.
Yeah.
I think he's better than that.
He expects better for himself. That was a bad touch, and it happens. Right there. Like you know what I mean? Like chuck it to that. And again, retrospect is everything, right? We win this fucking game. So it doesn't fucking matter, right? If we tie, if we fucking
Right
lose,
now,
we'll
hey,
draw.
do whatever you want, dog. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
But in that
Retrospect is
moment,
2020, exactly,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like 100%. Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot. I thought those came afterwards. But no, you're right. That comes before.
I'm always right.
You think? So we have those two. They don't go in.
And then that leads to that play you're talking about. Vela whips it in. Buanga
I
sets up right. Listen, I'll credit to Bon. Absolutely, 100%. Close range, power shot, laces, hits it through. Big Bon sends it out.
Who's defense? Who's on defense?
But I had to have a conversation with Eli, like, yo, you don't do that. You pick a side.
Oh, you think so?
In that angle, absolutely. From that range, there. If Dennis Buanga put, it doesn't
Anywhere.
matter left or right. Just put it somewhere. There is no way Bond gets to that. If Bond gets to that, best save of the year.
Yeah, but he
Hands
doesn't take a
down.
touch though. Like if he
No,
if
he
I don't
first
think-
times it. The way it comes,
yeah,
pick
no,
a
no,
side, bro.
I don't think.
Go
listen,
watch it again. Go
Yeah.
watch it again.
I don't think.
Buanga could have gone either
listen,
side.
I don't think he's aiming to go straight at Bond, right? But he takes the first time, and again, like this is not something. I don't think his mind is like, hey,
Oh,
let me
no,
put it right
no,
at
no,
Bond. Like
No,
it goes,
absolutely.
it goes,
No,
but he
okay, I
took
get what
the
you're
first
saying.
time.
No, yeah, absolutely. I don't think he tried to go. I don't think that was an intention. I'm just saying, told Eli, you don't do that. You pick a
Yeah.
side, bro, because
I mean,
that should have been 1-0 right there.
you gotta be if you got the skill for that, if you could wrap your foot around and put it one side.
But clearly he
you're right
doesn't.
there.
Yeah, so he ain't shit. That's right. Big back
You know what I
Ellison,
mean?
big back Carson.
No.
That's right.
Big fat fucking Bond, baby. Seen Bond. Like, either way, I think it's a good reaction save because I think
Yeah.
the content was good. Like you know what I mean. You're right. If it
Well,
goes
I'm
to the
saying
corner-
everything that he did, he can only do what he had. Right,
Yeah.
what's in front of him. He did his job. Everything he had to do, he did it right. So
Uh,
big ass fucking credit to him.
and
Big
always
time
like-
save.
When it comes to Bond and when it comes to Klinsmann, I always like him when they have a save early. Because when they have a save early, I think they build on it. You know what I mean? Like like they get the confidence and then you see it when they come out, you see it in the big moments and shit, right? So I think it was good for him to have it early, and I think it also like it gave a little sense of relief. Okay, we got through it. I got through the first one. I think the game settled in. And I
Yeah,
thought
they're
the guys-
dangerous. Yeah, their first dangerous one. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and I thought that, again, I thought Edwards and no, we're gonna talk about this, but I thought Edwards defensively the first half did well. Like I thought he did well, and I'm in love with Caligari. I think Caligari is a fucking like we fucking lucked out with this kid, dog. Because this kid's
Best
good.
player that we have right now.
Well, he's not ours yet, baby. So chill.
Oh, wait, but like don't
Did I
you have
tell
an
you,
obligation, right?
is this Costa? Or
Huh?
that's somebody else? Did
There's
I
an
tell you or
option.
somebody else?
Not an
But to
obligation.
me, he's been our best player since
No,
since he
Oh
came.
yeah.
I like my
I
favorite player is
think
Neil,
he's,
but I think Caligari is like fucking.
I think
Caligari's
Caligari is. I can't think of anything bad that he's done, and I was thinking about this also.
What do you mean? He
yesterday.
gets beat on that Boanga pass. If you want to
Probably okay. There you go. He got one, but regardless, I'm just saying he's been our most consistent player,
He's good,
and he's been by
good.
far done. His touch, his ability to go forward, his
Yeah.
defense. Listen, I was thinking about this shit because Eli was watching some Julian Araujo video with some TikToker the other day on YouTube. I'm like, we don't miss him.
No, not the right back.
I think this is an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Man,
this is a big upgrade.
You know
All
what I like
right,
about
let me
too?
rephrase this. I'm not gonna say a big upgrade. No, because when Araujo was here, he did a lot of good things for us, especially in the attack. He was a good wing back. I'm not gonna say that. But to me, I just
But
fucking
just the eye
Caligari, bro.
test. The eye
Everything about
test.
him, his his swag, his style,
Yeah,
the way his touch. I mean, just everything. His
smart.
speed, his smarts. The fact that he's playing every fucking game. I mean,
Yeah. You know what I like
to
about it
me,
too?
he's the best player for me that we have right now.
Something that you didn't mention, and I'm sure you agree though, is like he doesn't back down, but he's not over
Yeah,
aggressive though. You know what I mean? Like he's not
absolutely.
looking for a yellow card like of
Because he's
aggression. Like
intelligent, right?
yeah,
He
man, I
understands.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's been my listen beef with Edwards. Is that is his over aggressiveness because he's a poor defender,
yeah.
right? But Caligari, bro, and listen, this is also me being biased because right back, I'm a right back.
You think it's you,
I'm
huh?
like,
You
it's
think
me,
it's you,
bro.
huh?
Of course, it's me. Absolutely. Have you ever seen us in the same place? Come
Yeah.
on, dog. I can't even.
Actually,
I have no pictures of me not being in the field. But point is that I love him. I love everything about him right now.
Same.
And I get someone's out there now saying, "Oh, but Ricky P." Yeah. Okay, I'm not knocking it. That's cool. I get it, 100%. I get it. But to me, Caligari has been our most consistent player
Oh man,
since he came in.
and it's the fact that where he's playing at, right? He's listen, he's so good on a bad team that leaks goals.
Yeah.
But you can still tell like how good he is. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
because it's not like, rarely is it his fault or rarely is it a mistake that he made that cost the goal, right? Like
And think about
he's
his
good.
mates. We're talking about a rotation right now with his three mates.
Yeah.
Since he came in, he's been on a rotation with his three mates.
Yeah.
He's been our only constant back there, and probably
Yep.
the player I feel the most comfortable with in the back line.
Yeah, for 100%. Yeah, everything you said. Back to the game. I think they settled in. The Galaxy settled in real nicely to this game.
After the Dennis play though, I thought LAFC had a bit of possession there for a good 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, no. I don't think Galaxy dominated. I think Galaxy settled into the game well because I don't think there was chances and there was, but I thought the team as a unit moved pretty well. Where like even the scary chances, there was coverage there. Like there was something to kind of.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know how we give up like
I get what
stupid
you're
goals and shit.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're
Or
saying.
like
Yeah.
give up our backs too easy. I thought the team did well and they settled in.
Well, I thought they were sharp.
Yeah. Fine. I think that's perfect way to put it. They were sharp throughout the whole first half. What happened to Bond?
Supposedly it was a
something-
tie contusion.
Yeah.
It's just a bruising.
Yeah.
But realistically, if it was a tie issue, I think he got the same shit that happened to me at the game. At when we had our community cup tournament, I think le dio una chapina a una dormilona. So I just don't think he had
Just
any
can't get-
yeah, because if they're talking about it was on the thigh.
And it was.
I mean, what else could it be? A contusion?
It was, right? It was
yeah, it's probably a
from,
bang play.
it's from
He probably just had a dead
contact,
leg, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably had a dead leg.
I
And
hope
in a
so.
game like that, I'm not risking that shit.
No, I hope so though, because I don't want to see Klinsmann or Bond going down with injury this often. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
'cause shout out to Klinsmann though, because I think Klinsmann could come in and he does the job. You know, I mean, the drop off I think is not too much when it comes to our keepers. So
Yep.
shout out to him because he comes in and he does a good job. Unfortunately though, like as always, we give up a goal. Remind me, just go ahead and
Dog,
Wait,
what
what are you talking about?
Dog, you tripping balls. You literally skipped
We
the
didn't
whole
even talk
fucking...
about Tyler Boyd.
Damn, dog. Hey, andas marihuana
talking about-
ahorita, ¿verdad? Andas bien drogado. I apologize to our real 1,000 fans, that we didn't pay for, for everything that just happened right now.
Let's talk about Boyd. Actually,
Let's talk about that.
Boyd. Let's talk
So,
about Boyd.
let me say something then really quick. So let
this
me get us back
motherfucker.
on track.
This
I do feel, yeah, you motherfucker. Yes, you motherfucker, you. I feel like we did weather the storm well, and that's where I was agreeing with you, and I thought we were going to lead to that, right? I thought we weathered the storm first, whatever the pressure that they were giving us. Again, it's like you said, it wasn't anything to the point where like, yo, I'm shaking, I'm shook it,
Mhm.
Obviously, listen, it's an intense game. You're always still
It's
on
a
edge,
nose game.
regardless. But you're like, oh, fuck, here it is. Oh, fuck, there's that goal. No, right? We still were able to, at some point, we did settle back into the game. We regained the ball and we started moving it around, right?
Yeah.
Then you started seeing moving into their attacking half a few times because that fucking pitch is huge. That shit was like, what, 70, 75 wide?
I think 75.
These guys just had acres of space out in the wings. So sometimes you see that we'd win the ball back in our defensive half. Quick rotation, whether it's Ricky driving it or Costa, swinging it somewhere else, or Brugman, whoever it was, we were moving that ball quick to the opposite side, which ultimately leads. Go ahead, Rudy. I got you back on track, baby.
Ultimately leads to that, right? And they were doing this thing where like they were holding the possession in our half, right? Like welcoming the pressure while still finding the width to when you needed to, you had the release. And I thought that release was, we kept finding it until we fucking ended up finding Boyd. Right? Is it? And honestly, when Boyd gets it where he gets it, I don't think he's shooting that. Right? I think we find space. I like him there. I don't think he's shooting that. I think he's going to wait for the rest of the team to kind of move into position to touch the ball again. But the defender backs off.
Space.
Yeah.
And
right?
no one closed him down.
Dog,
Yeah, 3 fools just looking at him.
And he realized that. I think he took a look up. And what is it with this? He just likes scoring on these, huh? And bangers only, though.
Bangers my dude, bro. I told you when we signed him.
Man, dog. I think sometimes he falls off the play a little too much, or he holds on to the ball a little too much. But if he could do that,
you know what it is though, that we're playing for the first time all season. We're playing with 2 legit wingers.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Douglas Costa. Looks like a fucking winger again. He doesn't look like the cam. So the field is open, and at the moment, prior to that goal, we had, when the game is going on, we weren't noticing, or I don't know, maybe you guys were noticing, but Ricky Pooge was playing a game where he was unplayable.
Yep. Man's cannot get touched, dog.
I felt like we weathered the storm correctly. I feel like our midfield was unplayable. I think Brugman, Delgado, everybody did their job. But Ricky Pooge, when he got the ball, it was like 3 men on him. And
it was insane.
He just, they couldn't stop him, right?
And they wanted to. They
wanted
really
to. Tried.
They were trying.
Tried, bro. And they couldn't. And, shout out to Tyler Boyd. Back to my Boyd cases. Now that we have the width of our two wingers, he just looks so much better. And of course, he's gonna put a one away on LAFC. He's 3 for 3, baby.
Bangers, man.
All 3 bangers.
And again, like, man, I can't talk enough about I like the way they move. I like what Pooch is doing so much, because he's being like he does this thing where he just touches the ball back and forth as he fucking scans the field, and then he decides to move. And when he does that shit, like, it's ridiculous the way he, like, they can't get hold of him. Pooch is on some shit right now, and I think we're finding some finishing with Costa being involved and Boyd being involved. I think it's just kind of, it's looking better for us right now. And we're looking good. We're looking good here.
Anger.
And then fucking and then now
halftime.
Halftime.
I still can't get over that fucking goal though, man. That shit was fucking beautiful. I just want to say that was
Boyd's goal.
Yeah, just the whip on that shit,
bro.
The setup, everything.
I think the
angle on their end too. On their end too, to get that banger. Man,
they capture it from like a real nice angle too, so you can see the whip and you see like the off,
all of it.
Oof. Yeah, nah, it's a nice goal.
That's all I want to say is just have wet dreams to that shit, bro.
What about their goal?
Well, what about it? I can tell you exactly what happened with it.
Talk to me.
Edwards got beat again.
Yeah.
Out wide, his traditional way of getting beat, and his traditional way of giving up a stupid free kick in a dangerous position when we're terrible at defending set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, it led to a corner, but then it leads to a corner. Again, what did I just say?
We're
horrible at set pieces.
Yeah.
First post.
Yeah. We've seen that goal before, right?
Easy money. We've seen that goal. Yeah, the same type of thing. Listen, if it wasn't from the corner, it's from the whipped angle. Yeah. So either one of the two were fucked, right? And my whole point is, if Edwards defends better, it never leads to that corner.
I agree.
Either that or it leads to a goal. I mean, one of the two, right? Because that's what's going to happen. Because from that angle, I knew it. Like I felt like fuck, they're gonna score here. You know, it just was you just feel it because we can't defend set pieces.
It's still a little frustrating though, right? Because like again, because it's the same goal that we get scored on so often, right? Like if we get scored on corners, but it wasn't the same goal. You know what I mean? Like what we got to figure that out. Like, dog, we getting scored the same way. Like, is that first fucking pole? Like, why are we not putting somebody just on that area? Like, not fucking man marking. Just put him in the first one. Put a fucking Preston. Put one of our tall boys on that area just to fucking to lure them away from that, right? Because we leaking.
Yeah,
They
bro.
just don't.
I mean, if Edwards, man, if you're gonna do that stupid shit, then put that goal away in the first half, bro. How the fuck you wait to 10 players, and then on the last, you know, Chiellini's coming. You see it?
I don't think he had time
Yeah.
to shoot before that. Like, that
I
was
mean,
different.
yeah, absolutely. I'm just mad, bro, because put that shit
Because
away
we
if you're gonna do
scored.
stupidity. Yeah, put that shit away if you're gonna do stupidity. You can do the second half,
Now,
and
here's
that
the
leads
fuck-
to it.
Yep. Like, here's the fucked up part about it, right? Because they score on us, and unlike San Jose, this is a big game, and we don't have anybody, in my opinion, on the bench that we could bring in and say, oh, okay, here we could switch it up. We could do something here, right? I didn't, I don't know depth and injuries and all that. So in the 58th minute, a minute after we get scored on,
Before you go, how did you guys feel after you got scored on? I'm gonna ask you a question. Like I want to know because I'll tell you how I
I
felt.
still,
minute,
I felt okay. I just felt like we were gonna lose though, but like a minute or two passed, and the Galaxy I feel like settled well again. Even
Sure.
after getting scored on, I think they kept the shit. I didn't know if we were gonna win or not, but I felt like okay, we might get a draw from here because they settled in so quickly again. Like they kind of were up to the challenge.
Yeah.
No one looked like they were fucking defeated after getting scored on.
Well, my problem was that because I thought we were gonna lose just the fact that we don't have. I don't think we have the legs for it, right? We don't have the extra personnel for it. And I thought that would cause us. I thought it would cause us to open up. I thought we would have to go for it at one point and open up, and then we would lose because of that. Because they will beat us, on the counter or something like that. Which again, we're playing against levels. That's what they do, right? Like
It was okay a relief for me, and let me tell you why.
Ooh.
Because those first 10,
Let's
15
take-
minutes, they were on us. They were on our ass. We had no control. We had no possession. We were getting out of our box. They were on us. Like those first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the second half, they drank the Space Jam water. They came in hot. They wanted to tie. My concern is kind of what you said, Rudy. If it keeps getting later into the game, right? And it's 1-0, and we can't afford to play a full 45 minutes that way. They're gonna score one, and then let's say it happens with 10 minutes left in the game. Guess who has all the momentum?
Yeah.
We crack under that type of pressure.
Yep.
So I'm like, I prefer that they tie this
happen right
game
now?
early on.
It
Happens right now, where you let's say do score another game. I mean, another go after, right? It gives us enough time for us to settle back and try to get something back. Regardless, I much rather get that tying goal first 10, 15 minutes, just because I know my team. They score on us with 10 minutes left in the game. I don't expect us to go and get the game winner.
Yep.
I expect them,
Us
and
to
this is not just
score number one after
LAFC.
going-
This is
yeah.
just our opponents in general. This is how I feel,
Well,
right?
this is
And
what
we've
they've been showing
proven
us.
exactly. I was saying this was look at it, the Kansas City game.
Mhm.
We're winning. We were winning
We should have won
2-1.
the game. I thought we
We
won.
should have won that game.
Yep.
You left. That's right. You left.
I
You
thought
thought we
won.
won the game. You see, and that's to my point. My point is, if we're gonna get scored on right now.
I mean,
It's fucked up. But
Yeah.
we are not the type of team because for that reason, what
It's
happens if
logical.
we're done? Yeah, you're not gonna go into your bench with 10 minutes left to go because you already took out your best possible players
Yeah.
that are gonna go out there and try and get that tying goal for you. I mean, the winning goal. At that point, we know our coach. He's gonna put a bunch of defensive players.
I fucks with it because it's I fucks with it. It's fucked up, but it's logical. So I see the logic behind it. I fucks with it.
And it worked.
Also, a big part of that is fucking. I think Rica had a good first half, but he took over in the second half. Right?
After their goal,
I think
it
he
was-
took over.
yes.
Man. Like
We made sub.
what's up?
Right after the goal, we made subs too,
Yeah, because Edwards had to go out. Edwards
came out
like
and
he was,
Judd comes out for
and
Jove.
for Jovic.
right before that though. Edwards got lucky, bro.
Yeah, because that's the one where you fucking
Same exact shit.
yeah, gets beat again, right? So like, yeah, I agree with you. He needed to come out, and it's what we talked about when we were covering the San Jose game, right? Like, force change because Edwards is gonna get a red card if he stays in the field, so he has to come out. Audi doesn't do much better, but it doesn't fucking matter because Pooch takes over. But this fucking goal, I gotta talk about. Let's go to the again. I hate that
The
motherfucker
fucking
so
switch.
much, but holy fuck, bro! I didn't even see like. So when I saw the goal, I saw boy receiving a pass, right?
You didn't see who sent it to him, how they sent it to
I
him.
didn't see how I sent it or who or how. So I see the pass. I like what boy does, touches in, and fucking Ricky. What the fuck? Like you were not even. Where'd you come from? The determination.
the-
Do you remember
fight.
how that?
Just-
Do you remember how that play happens? Where it starts?
We're about to get scored on.
We're about to get scored on. Movinga actually comes out, steps up to the player, takes a shot to the ass. He passes it with his ass to Calegari, who then does his shit, goes out there, gives it to Costa. Costa, fucking delicious ass fucking pass, bro. Delicious ass pass. It's like that yummy pass, like papacito pass.
Disgusting.
Pass,
though.
Yeah. Dirty, nasty, oof, animal, that type of shit. Oof, just thinking about it right now. Like, I don't know what was better, bro. Like, that or the goal, bro.
No, it was only that
man,
good
but
to score a goal on it, dog. Trust me.
But I mean, and he made it look so easy. So okay, so here, boom,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, man.
Shout out boy too though, understanding the assignment, driving down that wing, knowing where he has to go, seeing that, catching from his eye that.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if he caught it from his eye or not, but having the understanding, like, hey, I know where this ball needs to go.
I think he did because
Someone's got to be there.
Pace,
Nah,
the
he
pace
saw,
and
he
way
saw
he
making
puts
the run, so he slows it down to give Puig time to
make the run, right? Yeah.
And then he acts like he's gonna take the player 1-on-1, and then he sees Puig like he has enough space. Like, I'm just gonna whip it in there, and he put it where he had to put it. He put it away from the goalie and far away from the defender, where he knows that if someone's gonna get to it, it's gonna be Ricky.
Yeah, Chewy says,
shout out to Ricky. He's fully committed.
Yep,
Fully committed. He slid into it.
Chewy in the chat says, "Yo, when Pooch scored that, that stadium shook. You could tell, you could feel it from up top. Like you heard it.
There was videos, man. There were videos from the press box, and when I'm pretty sure I retweeted. I'm not sure if I did, but they were on there, and people are inside recording. And you see the glass is kind of like shaking a little bit. It's not like crazy shake, but you see that it's trembling. And that's a representation of what was happening out in the stands.
Yeah, you heard the pop on come through.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And the whole nine, it was a fucking spectacle. Fucking, I mean, yeah. I'm top of my lungs yelling at this shit. You know what I mean? Firecrackers going on. I'm just
Ricky understanding the assignment, bro.
Oh man,
in terms of celebration,
yeah,
having the awareness, like, hey, I'm not gonna take off the shirt, but here it is.
I'm him.
Here it is.
Yeah,
I'm here.
baby.
I'm him.
Dog, I'm telling you, like, kid is magic, man. Kid is fucking magic. And again,
right?
He's shown it, but this game he really took over. Like, you know what I mean? In my opinion, he's
insane.
Different, bro.
I can't think of a single player in the league right now that dominated or has dominated a game single-handedly, and I don't know how long.
No, man. And
I'm not talking about a center midfielder in that way. I'm not talking about like, hey, David Beckham scoring 2 or 3 set piece free kicks. That's not the same thing. He's not bossing the midfield and running the shit.
On them.
Yeah, he's not just. But that was his specialty, set piece. David Beckham's gonna score, right? So that understand what I'm saying, right? I know you guys understand what I'm saying, but someone else who might be listening right now is, I can't think of a single player in the MLS right now who has single-handedly
pulls the strings,
bossed a game like that. Like LAFC is no chumps. They don't have chump ass players. They couldn't do shit.
Nah.
Nothing.
There's a picture where we see Cellini just he's letting Puig pass, but that's just because he's fucked. He knows if he touches him at that point, like Like he
It's a
can't
yellow.
touch him. Like yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fuck, he's popping the place. Like that's what Pooch is doing over and over again, right? Like he was churning it in the LFC players when they recognize it's too late, right? It's either gonna be a foul or they have to
Yeah,
fucking let it go.
unplayable.
Like dumb, bro.
Like I
Get
said,
it
what?
over,
at the
man.
moment of in the first half, we weren't aware of what we were watching. Up even after he scores a goal, like I don't think a lot of us realized that this man was having a masterclass game, world class game,
Yeah, I don't know.
and just go back and like I watched it back like twice, and I just focused on him, and it's just like this man was doing what he wanted when he wanted.
To whom he wanted.
Dictating the tempo of the game because it wasn't like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, man. It's just
Look,
it's hard to explain it. Like
he he does
he
this thing.
just did what he wanted.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, he's doing this thing where like he will touch the ball like short with somebody as he scans the fucking as he scans like what's in front of him, and then he just take off. And he's dumb, bro. Because like this man was having such a game that even the bouncers were just going towards him, right? Like you know the incorrect touches would just kind of like somehow
Yeah,
bounce
yeah.
in front of him, and he'll keep going. It's one of those games where like the player just everything happens for him correctly, and it did. Shout out to him. Shout out to him for getting us that dub because he again carried that game. Um, yeah, the whole fucking game is still tense and shit, but 2-1 dub at the Rose Bowl. The
Man,
Rose Bowl being what it was, man. The stands being what it was, like that energy. Sheesh, man.
let me say,
celebration
this is
at
what I
the
was
end.
telling you about Joe being salado.
Mm.
He could have put the icing on the cake. He could have
Oh my god, you're right.
checkmate this shit twice.
Mm.
Twice. And look, it's not for him not doing the things right.
Yeah, yeah.
He did as best as he could in the situations that he was in. Maybe the first one, if I recall, I think he hits it at the goalie. I understand he has pressure. Things kind of happen so
And
quick. So it's like
he did
bang bang
shorten
play.
out too, dog.
Yeah, like it's a bang bang play. I get it. I absolutely get it. And I don't want to give him the worst time ever saying pick a side. Where I get it. So much is happening in that moment. I understand, but on the Salado, bro, like he needs a massive limpia because I feel like we're talking about Dayon last year. He makes one of
Yeah.
those too.
Yeah,
Regardless
both,
of it's a
yeah.
bang bang play, yeah,
Especially
or
against
both.
us.
Regardless if it's a bang bang play or just a quick, yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Your point.
My bad.
And instead, literally, was it like maybe probably the last major play of the game was an LAFC header just went right over the box. I mean, the right over the net. You know, where they could have put that shit away themselves and tie the game at the end,
too, dog. Like
right? Which is crazy, huh?
Like their striker missed that. Like then you're right. Like
Yeah, no, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Like he could have that would have been the icing on the cake, checkmate, right? Even if Buanga does make that goal at the end, it's still a 3-2 game,
3-2 game.
right?
Yep.
So again, retrospect, right? We kind of like we talking about Ricky earlier, talking about put that shit away, dog. You know, but
2-1 victory, baby. 2-1 victory.
You were saying Rudy about the stands and the atmosphere and the G's and the post match celebration, everything about it. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
We're still in the bottom of the fucking table, right? Like, that's still in the bottom of the table. I think we're closing down here and there. But we hadn't felt that energy or seen it or just any of it this whole year. We're 20 games in or so for this game, right? And we hadn't seen that energy. God, it felt nice to see. It just felt good. You know what I mean? It felt good to feel that because we hadn't felt that. So shout out to them. I know there's some hate on the way we celebrated and all that. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. Because there's the shoes on the other side is the same shit. Fuck off.
Yeah, bro, they can't say that shit. Weren't they the ones at the beginning of the season telling Cherundolo this is like the best game, like the biggest game of the season or some shit like that? Was it this year or last year? But fuck out of here, dog. Yeah. Pelan, me la pelan.
Jesus deserved the victory. I'm glad everybody fucking felt good. You know what? Also, shout out to everybody that went to the stadium because I heard there was not a lot of bullshit that happened this time around, and that was you know what I mean. I had that back ahead is a big ass stadium. You know what I mean. I'm glad shit didn't pop off. I'm glad. Everybody fucking seemed like I had a good time. So shout out to everybody there too.
I think a big piece about this too, and you know, shit, life happens. I had to sell my tickets literally that morning of. Mm-hmm. believe me, it hurt so bad. Letting us go. Cause I was already had that in my head. Like, damn, I'm gonna make these memories with my boys and the ones I made with my dad. You know,
Yeah,
I was at the
man.
first game at '96. You know, they can say they were at the first game at the Rose Bowl with LAFC, and you know, that shit was playing in my head, bro. You know,
Yeah, man.
I was looking for it. You know, that's so. Believe me, it still hurts right now. Just even talking about it, thinking about it. But to that point, think about how many kids
Mm-hmm.
Eli's age that were at that game.
Oh yeah.
Who they might be wearing an LAFC jersey right now because their dad's wearing it or some stupid shit.
Yeah, but he saw us though.
But it hit me, right? It hit me. I'm like, I don't recall the first Galaxy game that well. I was 6 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah.
Right? I know I was there, but I'll tell you what was my highlight of it: the explosion of the stadium. And I mentioned this on the pod. I don't remember if this year or last year or a few years ago, where Kobe Jones's goal, the explosion in the stadium. That's my highlight. That's what I remember. That's what I fell in love with. It's not like I'm saying I fell in love with the Galaxy, you know, those players right there in the field. Because I don't understand what the fuck. I don't understand what was happening at 5 years old, you know, 6 years old. Maybe I did, but I don't remember that.
Not the memory.
My memory is the explosion. Is I need this again. I want more of this. Like that's my team now. By winning that game, it's all those kids that were like, that's my team now. You know, it's the feeling. Maybe a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, shit, maybe 6-year-old, maybe some other kid that was just kind of on the fence or just does it because it's a cool thing and his buddies are doing this shit. That's how you get your market share back. That's how you get your people back. That's how you get new people to come along.
Yep.
Or the casuals. Exactly. It's about to get to like my buddies that went to the game this past weekend. They saw the game on Thursday. I mean on Tuesday. Now they were motivated to go. Like, let's go watch this Galaxy right quick. Let's see what's up. You know, and it's that now. Obviously, I would have loved to be there, you know, for my personal reasons. But it's that Galaxy doing that. They created that type of memory for parents with their kids, and those kids, what they're gonna remember now, and that's how you ingrain these things in these kids at this age. You know, at a young age, they fall in love with you.
Yeah, no, 100%.
They fall in love with you. Ricky Puig. These kids are gonna be talking about Ricky Puig. Some little kid somewhere right now, some mocoso with silver teeth talking about, I'm Ricky, probably tucking in his shirt. That's how you do it.
No, man.
That's how you do it.
I agree. That's why I like
That's
it.
my biggest takeaway of all this,
man.
by the way.
Listen, it was marketed as something big, and I think it lived up to it. Right? And I think, you know, I mean, it's not always that case, right? It sometimes marketed it to be bigger than what it is. I think this case was good. And I think it did a lot good for the G's. To come out and have that performance.
Not only the G's, I think for the league itself.
I don't give a fuck about them. I give a fuck about
the league, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But I get what you're saying, Marcel. I get what you're saying.
That shit was bigger than just the rivalry itself.
It was 80,
I think
80.
it's I think it's important for soccer in the US, especially. You could say it kicked off the summer prior to Gold Cup, to next year's whatever the fuck, the Club World Cup, and then up until the World Cup.
Copa America, yeah.
Up until the World Cup, I think this should kick started off the summer the right way.
Yep. Nah, I agree. I agree. And again, especially when it comes to, like, you know, it hits home, because I think a lot of people who haven't been fucking with us for one or another reason just kind of got tired of the same shit that's been going on in the club. I think this is a good excuse to get re-energized for a lot of people who hadn't picked the club. Like, this is a good excuse to kind of check us out again. So, like, I think I did a lot well, and I really enjoyed it.
Also for G's fans, bro, who have never actually seen the Galaxy play at the Rose Bowl. They hear about the stories from old timers who used to go to the games as kids, or just in general older folk who used to go to the game. You know, talk about their experiences there. This was a real game. This was not a friendly against Manchester United, against Barcelona. This was a game that actually mattered.
Yep. No, I agree. And again, man, also again for all of you who have been in the stands this whole season, for all of you who've been following the G's this whole season, like, this was a feel good moment. You know what I mean? And it was well worth it. So again, I'm glad. I hope all you had fun, had a good 4th at fucking Wolfsburg, because the G's fucking put on a show. We got one more game, and let's go about it real quick, because we already been here for too long. The G's end up playing just what was that 4 days later after that.
What were your
Yeah.
predictions going into that game?
I
When
thought we
were
were
you
losing.
asking me? When were you asking me? Because if you asking me before the Levels game, I'd say we were losing. After the Levels game, I thought we were winning.
Yeah, I'm asking about after Leva's game, going into the game.
Leva's game, I still was not optimistic. I think some of our players play better in bigger crowds,
Yeah,
and obviously Stanford and then Rose Bowl is two big ass stadiums. So I was like, all right, let's see how they do when they're back home in a smaller
No,
venue. So I wasn't sure. I thought we were losing though, because Philly's a good team.
I thought we were losing before we played Levels. After the
Man.
Levels, I thought we were winning. Just because it starts to feel obtainable, right? I didn't think there was enough motivation for the boys to do anything with the season anymore. But after going a little bit without losing a game and then getting the big game win, I think it started to feel more obtainable, more believable, and I think the guys could get behind it. So I thought we could win. I didn't think we'd go out there and actually get a dub like with multiple goals in there, right? Like I thought it was gonna be like a 1-0, 2-1 game to get some actual goals in there. Uh, Pleasantly surprised. Let's talk about it. Klinsmann at goal, so no Jonathan Bonnet is the Charlie horse kind of still sticking around. How long did it take you to get over it, Angel?
What?
The little Charlie horse you got at the tournament.
A good week and a half, maybe.
All right, so based on our health expert Angel, Bond
Yep.
should be back by next week. So we
Yeah.
should see him back on the field.
Based on the real life sample size that I have, that really happened. Yeah. Shout out Galaxians for fucking me up.
We end up with Klinsmann at goal, Caligari, Lierda, Mavinga, and Edwards, Delgado, Brugman, Puch. Stop, maybe heard this before. Boyd, Judd, and Costa. I mean, I give credit to fucking Benny for not fucking with something that's working. You know what I mean? Like just let it ride, baby. Let it ride. If it's going well for you, let it ride.
Since you're on that topic,
Mhm.
I'll address it right now because I mean we've been critical on this podcast about Greg Vanny,
Mhm.
right? And I think a lot of people have at this point. But if there's one thing he's done well right now in the last 3 games is saying "fuck your legs." I'm putting the best possible players out
Yep.
there, and give me until you guys can. If you guys can't no more, then I'll figure shit out at that point. Listen, with the Edwards situation, I get it. I'm not a fan of Edwards. I think he kept in there a little too long, but at some point he realized, yo, this motherfucker should got in red, took his ass out the very next play.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. So
Not fucking around there.
he's done some better decisions as of late. I'm gonna give him his credit for it because we've given him so much shit in general for a lot of poor decision. Let's say bad decision making. What was my biggest criticism in the last LAFC game, in the playoff game last year, is he was trying to be a masterful tactician. He was trying to prove that, oh, I'm gonna be the one to make this change and change this game and put in his head. He put in Victor Vasquez, Sasha Kleston, who were not up to par to that game. He didn't do that against LAFC. He didn't. He only did it against San Jose. I think more so because he understood that he had another game coming up, right?
Yeah,
And they had the lead. They were winning. It's a little bit different. But
and there
again,
were sound changes to it. I don't think it was just like for leg changes. I think there were sound changes. I mean,
that made sense. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah,
the one, but yeah, I think he's doing it. Which your point about like, hey, my squad is fucking shit right now.
and I'm gonna
I
ride
need
with
my
them
best
right now.
players, like
Yeah.
like let me go what I have. I fucked with that idea, and I mean, so far we haven't lost in 7, and we got back-to-back dubs. Something we haven't seen this whole fucking season. Let's keep riding it. And let's go here because Boyd gets another goal for us.
Yep.
By the way, I call it 3-1 for this game too, bitch. So
Did you?
yeah, I did.
I'm okay with this 4 goals for Boyd, and it wasn't one against there's not against Leva. So let's go. Delgado with the whip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, right.
Yes.
Delgado with the whip.
Good ball too from him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't. Even, I thought it was Caligari. I thought it was Caligari.
Shout out Delgado
Uh huh.
these past couple games because
Who?
Delgado.
Oh, Delgado.
Because every season I feel like it's the same shit and people don't put respect on that man's name. Everybody talks about, oh, we need another midfielder. We need to upgrade from Delgado, and he's like consistently solid for us every time. He'll have like one bad game a season or two maybe, and then people are on that. Oh, we should upgrade from
Yeah.
Delgado. We should upgrade from Delgado. And I don't think anyone covers more ground than that man, and puts like such important tackles defensively and going forward. It's about time y'all got to stop that Delgado slander.
Man, I know it hasn't seemed that way, but like I've been calling it from the jump. That we have the best midfielder in MLS.
Right now, they're playing like it.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, finally.
for
But
sure.
Right
I
now,
always, I
right.
always felt
But
that
we
way,
talked
you
about
know?
it.
Yeah.
They're not playing like it though. Until they
No, no.
start playing like it,
Yeah.
then we're not that. But now they are. Fuck yeah.
Because I think that, and I think we have like a really great combination with Pooch being whatever fuck he wants to be at any moment. Brugman who holds it down both of the directions, and definitely fucking Delgado who does a lot of the cleanup work. I think it just works when they all know how to touch the ball. They all know how to pass the ball. I fucks with it. I think we got good midfield. And now they're providing some assistance too. Like, let's go. 1-0, 1-0. Geez, 15 minutes in. Let's go, baby. We're gonna run rapid on these motherfuckers because you know we're gonna onto the sticks. Except they scored on us. 20 minutes later, they make it 1-1. Talk to me about this goal. Do you see any defensive errors here? What are you blaming it on? Just Philly being better in that play?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like you could, yes, blame it on them, but it's also a fucking bounce right to
That
the open forward. Like
yeah.
that's kind of unlucky. And like the goalie's out of position at that point
Thank
because
you.
he makes a dive or he
Klinsmann.
tries to
Yep.
make a save, and it's an open net basically.
Just flips
It's
it
kind
away.
of, you could be nitpicking. You're like, yeah, fuck, it should have closed them down faster, but it's also a fucking lucky bounce right at a fucking attacker.
I guarantee you, Klinsmann is not happy with that shit though, right?
Why?
Because any keeper who gets fingers on that ball feels like they should have gotten.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he could have saved it, but that's what the thing. It was about. So
Yeah.
one of the SKC players, I mean, no, Philly players took a shot. He
Man, it gets a
dove,
little
thinking it was going
flexible.
to the right, but it deflected off a Galaxy player, if I recall correctly, and it landed
Yeah.
on
So-
the Philly player who just puts it away to the wide open right side of left side
Oh,
of
my thing.
Klinsmann. Klinsmann dove, bro, to
He
the
doesn't
right side.
Am I thinking of the wrong
No,
goal?
no, I think he tried to. He might have reacted, but he was
my
already
bad.
going to the
I'm
right.
thinking of the wrong goal.
So it
I thought it was
deflected. It landed on the Philly player who said, I mean, it landed on his right foot on the wide open side of the goal.
And he
So
just
you
puts it
Oh,
probably,
you're right. You're right.
so
I'm thinking
yeah.
wrong goal.
So
Thinking wrong goal.
Klinsmann probably reacted and tried to
no.
get to it, but look at it again. He was leaning to
No,
where the
no.
shot was going to go initially.
Either again, I'm not blaming on him.
No, I'm not
saying,
either.
And anytime you get a touch on the keeper, you feel like you want to get the fucking, like you should be able to redirect. But I think I might be thinking of the wrong goal. I think I might be remembering it incorrectly. So I'll go back and
You're
watch
just
that.
high, bro.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. I mean, I could be. I should be, but y'all talking too much.
Take a rip.
Take a rip. I'm down. Don't tell me
Yeah.
twice.
Marihuanero, puta.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, but I mean, it's unlucky shit. At least on our end, that's
I
lucky
mean,
shit. For
yeah, he
Philly.
put it away in a wide open net, bro.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like that one really sucks.
Our hero Mavinga puts in a goal, but not really because I guess it's his own goal.
That was no goal. Mavinga never touches that shit.
Oh, that touches it. I
Never touches it. No.
I thought he
I
got
saw the
something in there
replay
he
and
deflects again.
there's no way. No, it
I celebrated
it
the
goes
same,
it
though.
goes off of it goes. Well, yeah, I was in the stands for that one. I told you I went Eli's Peoples, but we all thought it was Mavinga. It looked like it was Mavinga. I watched the highlights over at home. And own goal.
Let's give it
Douglas
Yeah.
Costa whippage.
But the thing is, Costa, bro, is those
Yeah,
fucking
man.
those corners are deadly, and you can't even
Oh.
come out as a goalie
Mm-mm.
because
Nah,
you're
that
risking
whip?
with that much whip and pace.
Dog, you're gonna be out there catching butterflies, dog. I'm not coming up for that shit. I'm not, I'm posting up, bro.
Yeah, like.
I'm be looking for butterflies when I try to come up for that shit. Nope. No. I'm on defense.
But listen, I will say this: Mavinga made the Philly play uncomfortable
Yeah, 100%.
to the point where he backed him up and he can do anything. Then it just goes off of his I think it's like the side of his thigh or the side of his hip.
His hip.
Yep, and it goes in.
But I'll take it, man. And again, credit to Costa on this, right? Because he puts it right there.
Yeah.
And I said it when we are talking about the goal against in San Jose. He's putting these balls in. They don't need much to get put into the goal, right? Like there's whip in there and there's bend in there. So if you just redirect it, it's gonna be problem for the
Anyone,
keeper. Yep,
anyone that
exactly.
redirect, it doesn't even have to be exact like this. One of their players redirects us in our favor.
Yep, and that's a goal 2-1.
I have.
I'm back to feeling good about this.
Right at the end of the half.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
back to
We're
feeling good
usually
about this.
we're usually
Mhm.
on the other end of this.
I'm
Yeah.
back to feeling good about it because we did that. We fucking did that. Right? We scored it. We got our own goal, right? We made that happen, but we got our own goal. We're up 2-1. Um, and again, like this game is another game where like the G's are unlike what I'm seeing, man. I don't know if we can sustain it, right? And our defense has to be better. I get it, all that, but like some of the footballing is fucking nice right now, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but some of the touches, I'm really liking the way they're thinking of the game.
I'll tell you what's going on.
Tell me,
Tell me, baby.
It's Costa, bro.
fuck the Costa, dog.
Because
You might be right though. Costa,
because think about what have we, so we've talked about this even when our midfielder threes have been playing. They've been playing for the most part at the beginning of the season, right? We moved the ball. We've a lot of times we talked about we have possession, but there's no intent. There was a pod here a few like early on where both Mas and I were talking about at this point just cause some chaos in the box. We're not being intricate with our passes in the attack. We're not doing anything special. We're not creating anything real. Just fucking figure it out. Play some ugly soccer and just go cause some chaos in the box and make something. But right now, it's not that. Right now, because Costa's actually fucking playing. He's playing lights out right now. And it's not necessarily because he's playing on top of the box. What is crazy is the fact that he's so involved.
and he's
now
good.
the defenders, and he's fucking good. The defenders have to be checked. And now they're all stressed out because not only do you have to worry about Douglas Costa because he's fucking playing lights out, Tyler Boyd is scoring bangers left and right.
Yep.
And he's
give him enough
taking
space.
players on.
Yep.
And then you have Ricky right down this coming down your throat. They're all just spread right now, and these guys understand that and they're actually moving the ball. Brugman and you guys just mentioned we haven't mentioned Brugman at all, but you guys mentioned Delgado. How both of them are also involved in all this, right?
Yeah.
In the midfield, they've been a lot of. You just talked about the cleanup work that Delgado's doing, and how he's becoming more of a box-to-box player too. Because you see him on the offense, you see him on the defense, right? Brugman's probably seeing a little bit deeper in terms of the three, but you just see him push up sometimes too, right? They're really all involved in everything right now. But the biggest piece to me out of all this is the fact that Douglas Costa is very involved because we just talked about his whip balls, whether it's a free kick or it's a corner. We just talked about how delicious his pass was to Boyd that led to Ricky's game winner.
Dog, he has
We
some
just
cuts.
talked about but we just talked about Mavinga's goal.
Yeah.
Right? So didn't he have like an assist or something against San Jose? I forget what it is.
Yeah. No,
but
this is the Preston Jet goes.
There you go. You see, it's that his involvement.
Yeah.
Like he's playing stupid right now.
I hate that motherfucker so much.
I hate it.
And to add to
It sounds like every
to
guy sees the
Angel,
table.
I feel like Greg Vanley finally gave the okay to hold the ball, but be more direct, quicker, because we were slow, man. And it could be what Angel said too. It could be just Douglas Costa being better. Because to be fair, every time Douglas Costa played, he was always getting double teamed, but he didn't have the legs to make the pass, or he didn't have he wasn't fit enough to take players on. This motherfucker's out running
Or he didn't care
again.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I'm telling you,
I don't know what it is, but I feel like we're a little more direct.
Can I add
when
one
we're
more
in the attacking end.
that I already mentioned earlier? Our plays are not dying in the attack now.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes when we're hitting in certain type of dangerous plays, we're not someone's not there to kill our own fucking plays with his poor touches.
Well, yeah. Listen,
And I think that he was very detrimental to what we want to do going forward.
Especially like in the last games before you guys didn't forget that a lot, because he was trying to get involved in the midfield, right? And he didn't need to be. I think that's why I like Preston right now too, because he doesn't care about being in the midfield. He wants to like get a little space and be direct, so you can find him and can take a shot. Like that's what I need from Chilito. He wasn't giving it to us. This looks better. Dog. The last thing I said about Costa that trips me the fuck out is one of the things he does so effectively is just hit the ball long and run catch it, like get to it, like those cuts, or just like it's just a touch, like a really long touch to the side, and it creates so much space by doing that. and it seems so simple though, but like he's just kind of figuring that shit out. And I'm like,
Right now, it's anywhere where he's receiving it. Sometimes he's receiving it on the corner, on their attacking half, whoever the opponent is. And he's finding ways to get out of those little tight spaces.
Yeah,
That's not
and his
easy. That is
and
not
his
easy.
connection with Galaghetti, like just little simple 1-2,
Obrigado.
1-2s, 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 bro. These motherfuckers look like they're just playing at the beach. Boom, 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 boom. Ball's not even touching the floor. Like they're just hitting triangles off each other, or fucking 1-2 passes in the fucking air without the ball falling, and they're just getting out of tight spaces.
yeah.
Like it's just it's crazy to see.
High
bro.
key is like me and Masa playing, dog. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man.
Masa's Douglas Costa, bro. You know.
And in case y'all forgotten his name, Pooch puts a fucking beauty too. Though.
Bro, let's talk about that play, bro.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Jeez. Okay, I don't remember how it started, bro. I just remember we're in transition.
Yeah, it was in transition for sure.
It was in transition, and it's like a 3-on-3. Right? Puj, Jove, and so Puj passes it to fucking Costa. Costa got fancy with it. He said, I'm gonna one time it, and he fucking no looks, dog. Right on the money. And Jove, instead of taking a touch or whatever, he just like, here's the back to Ricky on a one-time play. Bro, defenders had no time to settle.
Nah.
And then Ricky, when he does settle it, he fucking takes a touch out to his fucking right foot. Oh my god.
The placement of that.
Jove assisted, right?
Yeah,
Jove assisted.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's Costa to Jove to fucking.
It was pushed to Costa. Costa
Yeah.
drove back to fucking
dog.
Rick.
I didn't even see, like, I didn't like
hockey
it
assist. That was a hockey assist
That's
for. I remember
For
thinking
Costa,
about
yeah.
that. Now, yeah, I remember. Okay, now I remember the goal. And he didn't
I-
get no credit for it.
But I didn't even like the fact that Jovelik had touched to Pooch at first. I was like, what the fuck? Like go in and take a shot, right? You good? You know what the fuck you're doing. you good? You know what I mean? After
He probably was thinking.
like
He probably was thinking about the San Jose game
he's like, I fucked
and
that
how
one
it
up.
led to the goal. Yep. Let me get somebody who's gonna put it away.
Dog, but
The way he struck
so
that, bro,
effortless,
was
though,
so
dog.
clean. Oh
It's so
my God,
effortless,
the power.
the key
Bro,
was
I
full
could've
stretch
swore-
too, dog.
I was in 122, like
Mhm.
a little bit more towards the top. Bro, I could have sworn I heard the net. Like I swear I heard it, bro. Like from the putazo. I'm not even
Remember
lying to you.
that was a little after you and I took our picture, bitch, that you forgot.
Yeah,
Because Eli
my
and I were
bad.
still just. I think at that point we were probably right at the top of 122, about to walk back, and we saw everything like from. We just happened to be there watching, and I'm like, Eli, look at the play, because I saw the build up play, right? So it was happening, porque Pep Guardiola over here, bro. I know what's happening. I see what's happening, you know. You know, I see the transition. I'm like, Eli, look, watch. So we wait and we see the transition happen, and como se de fútbol, ya sabía el que venía, you know, banger, bro, bangers, you know, fucking dope bins, dope bins.
3-1, 76 minutes in, bro.
I wanted
And
the
then
game to end
other
there.
Costa when he I don't know if he takes a shot or he crosses
Jesse.
it, but it comes off the post.
Off the post, yeah, very low. And was it Edwards and somebody else
I think
almost
Edwards and
got there?
I think
Yeah, it was
Joe-
Edwards and somebody
and
else. There
Joe.
was two players that got, for sure. Edwards was one of them. He's the first one to make the dive and try to just tap that ball in. But fucking Costa, man, I hate that motherfucker for that reason.
But at that point,
I don't
we
know.
lost money too. You know what I mean? Like I love that shit, though. Like we need to be in situations more often. And shit. You know what I mean?
And another game where Ricky's unplayable, bro. We're talking
he's
about
finished,
an all-star in Jose Martinez, who is very rough and doesn't let opponents play easy down the middle, and
Yeah,
he's just a step above Ricky Puig is just a
Nah.
level.
Nah,
Just
man,
right
multiple,
now,
dog.
he's
He's
at a
different.
level. Like,
He's different,
it's
dog.
crazy.
Also, I will say, like, 3-1 victory. I'll take it. As against Philadelphia, I'll take it. But Blake wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like I think Blake plays.
it's not my problem.
No.
Chile Neal hasn't been there, baby.
And that hurts us a lot.
So that done out there, dog. I feel you.
Yeah.
That one, huh?
Eh,
That's that one. All right, boys.
Who else is missing? Cáceres, Chicharito, not there,
uh,
dog. Come on.
All these fools. Back-to-back dubs. Back-to-back
Ah,
dubs.
feels
Should have been
feels
3,
good.
bro.
Yeah.
Fucking San Jose. I hate this
Listen,
shit.
back-to-back dubs put this all the way up to 13th place.
3 points behind who?
But but
Three
But
points
goal
behind
differential,
who?
regardless,
but
we'd be tied.
let me go up this table, right? Because in 12th place we have Portland at 22 points. In 11th place we have Minnesota at 24 points. 10th place we have Kansas City at 25. Ninth place, which is a playoff space, Vancouver at 25, and Houston in 8th with 28. Shit, it got a whole lot more obtainable. Fourth place is 33, by the way, just kind of throwing that out there. Um, Shit just got a whole lot obtainable, and I was ready to watch the whole season. Right? I wasn't. Was that part of the last podcast? I think you guys
Yeah,
had
we
the
were
last podcast.
there.
No, you two had the last pod.
Oh,
Before
was
that,
this
it
it?
was me and
Okay.
myself. Well, you three
Um,
with George. I couldn't join that time because I had Eli training.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's correct. When we had the last podcast, I was the season's a wash. That was the feeling. We go away, we come back, we play San Jose, we play Levis, and we play Philly, and we're 3 points away from a playoff spot. You know, I say that loosely because you have to look at everything else. But we're 3 points away from being tied in points for a playoff spot. Where we at, boys? Are we gonna make this summertime run again? Is that what we're doing? We got the
It all
players coming
depends
in.
on health. It depends on form.
No. I'm asking you, do you believe it? I'm asking. I get it. There's factors right here, but I'm asking, are we believing now? Are we? Are we gonna start
I
with
don't.
this hope
I'm
that kills
gonna
us?
say no.
No, not yet.
No, because that 1 month League Cup break, it could go in our favor or it could go against us.
Yeah, I know. For
I
this
want to
factor,
see how we do. No, I'm
but you're
gonna
saying
say
you're
no.
not
Fuck
believing
that.
yet. No,
No.
no. All right, Angel, you've been a whole lot more optimistic than expected over the last few weeks. 3 points out.
So we have Vancouver next. That's who we play this weekend. And aren't
Yeah.
they the team that's in that
ninth.
last spot,
Yes, sir.
the 9th spot?
Yes,
So we're
sir.
essentially chasing them.
Yep.
Now, if we're talking about, hey, is it going to be the same summer as last year all over again? I'm going to say yes. Which means, though, we are not going to be Vancouver this weekend because the same exact thing happened last year.
We didn't beat them.
We went on a streak. We lost to Vancouver away.
Okay. So you think
Same exact shit happened. So if we lose
It's a good omen.
to Vancouver, it's a good omen. If we win at Vancouver, we're fucked.
We're fucked.
We're fucked.
Man, dog. I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna believe this shit. Dog.
Of course you're gonna believe.
this
Listen,
shit,
I'm believing
dog.
right now. You know,
I'm
you gotta
this shit,
believe.
dog.
I can't be the only one believing. That's not how this works around here. I'm usually the
I'ma
one not
believe this shit,
believing.
dog. I copped the green jersey, dog. Actually, I got gifted the green jersey, dog. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to my mom.
Damn, I still have.
I still haven't gotten
Oh,
I
it.
want
Yeah.
one so bad.
Yeah, I'm in it, dog. I believe this shit now, dog. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make this run, dog. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, fourth place is only 11 points away. Let's go.
I'll tell you why I feel optimistic though, even though
Yeah.
I don't think we beat Vancouver this weekend, which is a good omen, because we should be able to make a move, international move, and we still have some inside sources. Can't confirm nor deny that said person said that I'ma trust him. Good friend of the pod, but I'm gonna trust him. That whomever we're going for that DP spot, we're planning on a 2-3 year. Oh, that's what Rudy, you were asking earlier before we went talking about news about who we're forgetting. We forgot to talk about the Miami guy. That was a rumor. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was a rumor. But point is, with that being said, we still have, there's that conversation, right? There's that talk about potentially bringing a player on a DP contract.
Mhm.
Most likely he's gonna be a free agent. That's the thing. The which free agent? I don't know.
There's a lot
I have
of
no
good
idea.
ones right now, actually.
Right?
What you
Huh?
say?
There's a lot of good ones right now.
That's
still.
what I was talking to my side. Like I think we have opportunity here because we could bring in somebody now.
Right, but they're all getting picked up, bro, by Saudi Arabia. We gotta act right now, you know. So
yeah,
unless we're talking to someone and saying, "Hey, look, either way, we only have 1 or 2 games Then we have Leagues Cup. We don't give a shit about Leagues Cup. After all that's done, you're gonna be ready to play for us because then our band's gonna be over and we can sign you in that free agency.
Yeah.
Jalen Neal's gonna be back. We're obviously making moves for center back, which we know we need the depth.
Why not?
It-
Why not? Angel?
Yeah, listen, and these guys are clicking right now.
Why not? Imagine you
Now
bring
but what's
in
my beef?
a striker. You're bringing a striker who clicks immediately.
But what's been my beef from the beginning of the season, Rudy?
What's being a beef, Angel? What
Depth.
depth?
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
But my beef was not depth. That if we're gonna
Serviceable depth.
have players is serviceable. Depth. I'm good with Paris.
Okay.
I'm good with Saldana. I'm good with Aguirre.
Really good.
Just give me one more. Yeah, just give me one more depth player that's Paris-esque, who's gonna play you wide and also is gonna have that intent to go forward, to be an attacking-minded player. Because Saldana is out and out center midfielder, right? More box-to-box style. So I'm not expecting him to be creative in the attack. If we need to bring somebody in later in the season and as an attacking piece, we already have Dayan and Judd as attacking options. So I just need one more depth piece on the wings, realistically, in addition to Perez.
Yeah, I ain't
who
even ready for the resurgence of Efra though, dog. Yeah, I ain't even ready for the. Nah, I'm not pushing that. I'm not pushing that. I'm just fucking with you. Man, listen.
I'm gonna kill my flow, dog.
I know, my bad, dog.
Because that's my shit. Like, fuck the Uriel cells. Fuck those players that are useless for us. If we're gonna go that route, just give me the young players that have the energy that want to step up right now. Right now, there's a good vibe around the team. Tossing a Perez out there right now, tossing a Saldana out there right now, and Aguirre's been showing for us in these good moments. They're gonna come with that same type of energy. These kids are really fucking good. Shit, even toss Alcala in there. I don't know if he can though. I don't know if he can because doesn't he have a contract with City, right? So I don't know if he can. But fuck it, bro, run it. Shit, even Vivi. Sometimes when he was playing, I know he wasn't the greatest, but his intention was to go forward, was to go to attack.
Yeah,
to rotate a little bit. So that's my shit. Just give me some depth.
Or figure out how to close games out early, so your moves are.
You put the youngsters in,
like
rest the leg, right? Because it's not sustainable.
But there is a talent there, right? Like you see this shit. Listen, look at our backline right now, right? The last 3 games we have Caligari, who we're all really high on, Mavinga, who nobody's high on, Leardom, who we didn't like at right back or left back, but he's doing okay at fucking center back, right? And Edwards out left. That's where defense has been, and we've been managing right now. The last 7 games, we haven't dropped points. You add Neil back into the mix, right? Who I really like, and to me is the limelight for this season up to so far. You figure out whether it's gonna be Edwards or out there. I already got to figure some shit out because we need something, right? Like we need something.
But even then.
But you have a solid.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world with Edwards and out there.
You have a real solid team. I think we can make this run, man. I didn't believe it a few weeks back, but I think we can make a run now. You know what I mean? Like Costa stays healthy, man. He's a problem. He's fuck Costa. Listen, I'm believing it.
Which is why I go for a winger if I'm a DP, like for another DP, I'd go in for another winger.
Well, even if he
personally,
even if he performs this year, like he's out next year. Right? Like we're not We're not bringing him. So I'm down with bringing another winger. Man, here I'm believing it, but and it starts with Vancouver. I'm gonna go 3-1 against Vancouver too. I think we're gonna smash in Vancouver. I think Pooch's gonna put another goal. I think Costa's gonna put another goal. He's probably gonna hit us with 2 assists, and then Judd's gonna score a goal, baby. We're gonna 3-1. I know you want to lose, but we're gonna win because I want to win.
I'll go next. Fuck it. Because Vancouver is solid at home. I say we just lose. We lose 2-1.
We're losing 2-1.
All right, cool. So fuck y'all.
All right, fuck it, because diversity, dog. Fuck Masa. We tie 1-1.
Okay, I'll take a tie away though. Because I win home. Listen, George said we're gonna lose 5-0. That's crazy. He just texted me right now, live. No, he didn't.
Oh, I mean, he thought Guatemala was gonna win the Gold Cup. So what does that tell you?
Chill. I didn't even talk about that. I'm not going. I'm not even gonna rant. Let's go.
It's cool, dog. I'm Salvadoran. We didn't even make it past around.
Let's get some questions. We got 2 questions on Discord.
Yeah, we only got like 2 or 3 also on Instagram, so we don't got a whole lot. Go ahead, Rudy. Let me pop these up.
Glenn with 2 N's says DP winger or striker before the window closes.
I'm still on the winger.
DP winger.
Yep.
I hate it. Betinho says, which player would you trade for within the league? Is there a name that sticks out to you guys within the league right now?
Kid
Fuck.
Cow.
Wait, but
Oh fuck! I mean, I'm down, dog. Fucking the second coming of Landon Donovan. I throw some money at that shit.
They need a winger, right?
And
yeah.
Kid Cow.
he's fast. Yeah, he's fast. He got some speed.
How
He's
would
strong.
okay? How do you bring him?
Fucking no idea, bro. That wasn't the question.
Well,
Accurate.
and not, I mean, listen.
I'm with that. I don't know how you would do it.
I do some stupid shit in DP his ass right quick.
It
I'll
has to
give
be
San Jose
maybe.
some money on a DP, 1.5 mil. San Jose's not gonna say no. Just to end the season, you need a winger. Costa's gone next year, and a 1.5 mil DP slot, you can bring him back down to
Bring
10.
him down. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if there was a
Listen,
mechanism to do that shit, though, like I don't think it happens. But I would love to see it. We've seen it happen with Donovan before, and it worked out well for us. I'll take another one from them. Easy, and that kid looks like he's a baller too.
Oh, we
I
do
like
have a
him there.
DP spot open, huh?
Yep.
yeah, we have
Yeah,
DP spot open.
Kid
Yeah.
Cow, dog.
There you
DP for sure.
Well, I mean, I know it sounds stupid. Listen, but if you're gonna go after their best player, any rival's best player, I mean, how does San Jose say no?
Another San Jose player, Christian Espinoza.
Yeah, I'm less.
We
mad
want
at
a
him.
forward. Oh, he's fucking dope, bro. You're
I
tripping
know.
balls.
I don't want him. Like I don't think you go after it. Like you know what I mean? Like if we're gonna go after
No,
somebody,
I go after
you
Kick
know,
because I think he's the most
There you
sellable
go.
asset.
yeah, I fucked with it.
Yeah,
All right,
I think. Yep, for long run.
unanimous.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Kid
What?
Cow.
All right, fuck it, whatever. That's not how I was gonna go for. But I mean, I get. All
No,
right,
it's
fuck it.
unanimous now.
What would you go for, baby?
All right. I mean, fuck it. Look,
Who'd
I
you
go
go
fuck San
for?
Jose, dog. Huh?
What'd you go for?
Oh man.
See, this wouldn't even know, dog. We should just stay unanimous. I told you.
All right, fuck it. It's unanimous. Yeah, just because I have to think about it, and I can't think of any winger right now that I really want in the league.
Shit. Yep. Cabral.
I think we got the two best ones right now.
We bring back Cabral, baby. Telling you right now. We're already paying for his salary. We bring him back.
Dog, I saw highlights of the game. Fucking Emma Boateng, dog. You guys want Emma Boateng on the wings? There you go. For New England,
Slanging?
dog. Still ass, bro. All that speed for nothing. Unless you're playing RSL, it's different. Yeah.
Let me shit on him. All right, you have anything on Instagram or any of the socials?
Yeah, we got a couple here. Just actually just three. All right, Pedraza 83.
Sinye?
Sorry, I had to burp internally. Is this the way we should expect Galaxy to play from here on out?
I'll take it. I'll take it. I like what I'm seeing. So if we
Right,
can
but
figure
is
that
this
shit
how you
out,
expect them to play? Do you expect
I
this
need them
type
to
of
be
Galaxy
better.
over and over?
better? I
Better.
think I expect this. I expect this because if we think about it, right, like I'm assuming we stay healthy. The team is only get better when Neil gets in, and whatever signings we do in the summer. I expect this. I'm also expecting to be let down, but I expect this. You know?
I expect this too with an asterisk on it. There's going to be a down game here and there,
Oh, yeah.
but there's
Yeah.
going to be more consistency in the way that we play. Right, in terms like we're going to be more happy with the games, even if we lose a game or two. I don't expect us to just be flat the complete game. Right, we may
Yeah.
have a bad half because right now we've been playing pretty complete halves for the most part. I mean, we'll probably have like 10, 15 minutes on each half where we don't have, but that would mean that we're playing 75% of the game has been in our favor, right? Taking
bad.
both halves into consideration. So that's what I'm saying with the asterisks, but I would say I expect them to play this way from here on out. Because
At least the intention should
they've
be
been
that,
there.
right?
Yeah, the intention's there because they know with their heights they can reach. It's not always going to work out. They're going to have their bad days in general, but that should be the expectation. Tony_B real _. I never realized he had another underscore under that. I thought it was just Tony_B _real _. Would Barcelona beat any MLS team in a two-leg game scenario? So do you guys think that Barcelona's B team would beat any MLS team in a two-leg game scenario?
I remember. I don't. You watch them? Have you watched them play?
No, I've seen some highlights here and there because I've now that Eli's playing a lot more competitive youth soccer, I get so many feeds and I see so many things. I'm just from here locally, internationally. There's a couple players that stand out, but at the end of the day, they're still kids, bro. I don't think they can do it against all MLS teams. Maybe some, just because they're just that stupid good.
But
But
like the
some of them
top
are just
teams,
little kids, bro. Huh?
but like top teams,
I don't think so. Not the
yeah,
top teams.
yeah,
No. And
I,
it's not for talent. I just think it's the fact that they're gonna be playing against some fucking men.
and
And I don't know
experience
if
and
yeah,
Leo.
And then you
yeah,
gotta and
exactly.
then you gotta remember, not everyone from Barca B makes it like
Yeah,
to the next level.
yeah, yeah.
So
A
there's
lot of them get fed.
it's like 1, 2, 3 on a good day make it
Yeah.
out and do better things. So it's
It
not
used to be
like
full
the whole
squads.
thing.
But then and the
It
follow up
used to
then
be
to
full
that, which
squads.
is why I asked it before giving you the follow up to that. So if so, we need more B players. So more Barcelona B players. Should we be?
It
Does
depends
that mean that
though.
we farm from their shit? Like have some partnership?
Well, listen,
We
so
should.
The partnership
I
is my
think,
idea, right? This is the question I have for you guys because you see that with New York City FC, you
yeah,
see that with is it FC Dallas and Bayern, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? So NYCFC, you see NYCFC with
the city,
Man City,
the city too.
right? The Red Bulls, 'cause there's those connections,
Yeah,
right? And that's
man.
essentially a thing. So would that benefit us having a partnership?
If we're looking to play that style, if we're looking to have the Barcelona style, fuck yeah, right? Because you're bringing in players who understand what system you're trying to play already, right? And again, like
But it would have to be for
the talent.
me, it would have to be like fringe players, bro. Like Ricky Puig was a bench slash rotation player at one point for Barca who just there was two fucking younger players better than him.
Pedri and Gavi.
I, like yeah, it has to be French players. Yeah, I'm
I'd say
not gonna take
prospects
a
too,
risk
though.
on
I'd say
it
loan
depends on the
prospects. I'd say
prospect
loan
though.
prospects. Like easy call. Maybe like give me a year loan prospect, right? Like you're trying to make a decision where they can make a jump to like to the a whether it be the A team or whether it be like to move on to another like top level team. I'll take a fucking prospect. I'll take a prospect. I mean, these are hypotheticals, but honestly, I think it really, in my opinion, it relies a lot on what we're trying to do because I don't think we could just plug in any player. But I think it's easier if you're playing the same style.
So I would say yes, and the idea behind a B player, but I wouldn't just keep it to Barcelona B. And I don't know if that's what Tony underscore B underscore real underscore was referring to, just specifically Barcelona
You're talking about
B
Barcelona in
or just
general.
in general, right? Well, or just a B team in general, because
Mm.
I'd be going after Bayern Munich's B players. I'd be going after Real Madrid's B players, Barca's B players, like the players that you guys just mentioned. Your Ricky Puig esque type of players are on that fringe, right? Or the prospects like Masa mentioned. I would definitely be all over that shit from any of those top teams. PSG, a lot of their Frenchy players end up playing, and you know what? Fuck it, Monaco. Monaco's they're well known for being a farmer league, right?
Farmer team. Yeah.
So I mean, I would consider. I like the idea behind that, but then that caps you how many of those players you can actually bring because they're probably gonna be all DPS or TAMs.
Internationals.
Plus the international slots, yeah. And the last one, Logan Jones 01. Man, I guess Bond's girl couldn't get Bond's shot out of her net. But congrats on the baby. Shout out Jonathan Bond. He's having a baby.
But
Yep. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
shout out
having
Bond.
his baby in the way. Yeah, and I think somebody else is too, right?
I don't know. I don't keep up with that.
Yeah, I think
Tyler
I
Boyd's
heard.
having a baby.
Okay, there you go. Yep, so Tyler
Jonathan
Boyd.
Bond's having a baby.
Yep. There you go. So
Yeah.
congrats to both of them because I know they're diehard listeners of the pod.
Yeah.
They text us all the time, let us know what's going on. They're inviting us to the baby shower.
Send me the registry.
Yep.
Send me the registry. I
So,
got you.
yep. George says he got you guys on whatever you guys need for both of your babies.
Yeah.
So
On
congratulations
behalf of
to
this
them.
pod. All
Yep.
right.
You guys got anything else?
Nope. We've been on for too long. It's 11 o'clock. I need to go. With that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm Rudy. I'm sports on Twitch. I'm sports on Twitter. I'm sports on the gram.
Go follow Eli at Eli Luke _. That's what it is.
Peace, love.